Oh, and I'm streaming straight to YouTube now instead of on Twitch, so you won't find the VODs on Twitch anymore.
Why?
Uh,
Cutting out the middleman of having to download the Twitch VOD and then rehost on YouTube.
yeah, pretty
Oh,
much. You
okay.
can export it from Twitch to YouTube, and it's not too difficult. But uh, I mean, I'm trying out YouTube, and I'm liking it so far. I don't really have any issues with it, and I mean, I was
Okay.
never a huge fan of Twitch.
Okay.
Oh, you can move this stuff around. That's nice. Alright. Well, hopefully they show up soon. If not, oh well, we are playing tonight. Someone want to recap what happened 2 weeks ago when we last played? If anybody remembers.
All I remember is flipping captains and getting out and getting an armor upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
And we also fought those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, we almost all died.
There's
The
very,
regeneration thingies.
yeah, the very fun battle against the
Plants.
veggie pygmies, and they kept regenerating, and it was hard for you guys to stop their regeneration. So it took a very long time. I think a couple people went unconscious, and I think a couple people have exhaustion.
Oh.
Right?
Not into like that. That sounds right. Yeah.
I think I might.
Let's see. Yeah,
Yeah,
2 does.
I think I have 1 level.
Yeah, because you had that nat 1 on the saving throw, on the death
No,
save.
I don't. I don't think so.
I think yeah.
I
I think you went down, but I think you succeeded on your saving throw.
Yeah, I only had 1 saving throw and I
Yep.
succeeded, so I don't think I have
So
exhaustion.
whispered one. Tetsuin might. I might try to look back through chat, see if I can find death saves for him. But oh well. Not that big of a deal. Right now we'll just go with 2 has a level of exhaustion. And yeah, I think everybody leveled up, or at least did most of the leveling up stuff. And then we went ahead and did that. So you're probably low on health, but so we don't have to worry about leveling up during session. That should all be taken care of. So you find yourself recovering after the battle with the veggie pygmies. Probably worn out, longer battle than you guys have really had before. And what would you like to do? I can switch back to the map. Conrad, are you able to get into Roll20 at all?
I'm working on it. It loaded, and then I opened up my character sheet, and then accidentally dragged it too high, so I couldn't move it around.
Uh-huh.
So I'm reloading the page now.
Yep.
But it works.
Yeah, it did work.
Okay.
It just took a couple minutes to load.
And I believe your last destination was heading towards Vorn, who is this shield guardian that one of the merchant princes in Port Nyanzaru asked you to retrieve.
Hmm.
That sounds right.
And already moved your hex because that's gone. No, it's not gone. I did not remove the hex. There we go. So you guys resting up after your battle. Probably took a short rest, healed up whatever you needed to heal up, and continuing traveling on. I'm just gonna assume we already did that traveling stuff for today. Not worry about it. You travel and you make camp at night. However, that night you have some visitors. Early in the evening, you guys kind of are probably just sitting around camp, just finished setting up, relaxing, cooling off, and you can kind of hear a commotion. There's a few people coming through the jungle in your direction, coming not from the way you came, going the opposite direction, as if heading back towards the river. You guys are probably in like a clearing. You see them across the clearing as they come in. You see 3 humanoids walking towards you. 2 of them are they're all males. 2 of them are dressed in dark green and brown clothing, pretty light, bows strapped on their backs, a couple daggers in their belts. The other one has robes on. With you can see they have a chain shirt underneath their robes, and they're carrying a there seems to be some kind of holy symbol on their hanging from their chest, hanging from their on a necklace on their chest. And they kind of like notice you guys, same time you notice them. They seem to be talking about something as they're traveling. What do you want to do?
Do we recognize the holy symbol at all?
Probably. You can give me a religion check. 1 second. Alright. Yeah, sure, you recognize that. It's the symbol of, where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
I'm still seeing this current adventurers, former adventurers thing, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna give, Hecka a chance to load in, if that would
No,
work.
okay.
If it doesn't work, then I'll just go back to the other one. But since
can
it's just...
split
Go
different.
ahead, because it's gonna take me a little while to load in.
So this holy symbol is actually one you've seen before. It's one that you saw in the city. It's the holy symbol of Soon, who was the goddess of beauty and grace. I believe you guys were heading to enter their temple, but
I was the only one that could get in or something like that.
you were rejected because of your looks. And then they're the ones who ran the bathhouse in the city. Let me turn off the repeat. Maybe that'll be better.
I made
so
a few of them fall.
you guys probably
Right.
all recognize that symbol. Maybe makes you kind of grimace a little bit, remembering that awkward encounter. But what would you like to do?
Does only one of them have the symbol?
Yeah, just one of them has a symbol. The other two don't seem to have any kind of religious symbols on them.
And they're not being threatening at all?
No, they
They're
just they've noticed you, and they just stopped and are just looking at you. They haven't they're kind of just checking you out, but they don't seem threatening at all. They're just like, oh, what is this? They're curious.
How well equipped do they look? Do they look like they're doing well in the jungle, or they...
They seem all right. Like they seem to have full packs. They don't seem haggard or worn out or anything. You probably see a few scars on them, maybe limping from battles they've had, but they're not barely struggling. They seem to be surviving quite well.
Gotcha.
Would you
I'm
like?
gonna wave at them.
I guess, yeah.
Okay, great.
Like
They kind of
waving
you see them.
Just a simple wave.
All right.
No.
Yo, what up?
Alright, I can see a map.
Hey, it's progress. You see them kind of have a quick conference with each other, and then they wave back and start walking over towards you guys.
And a script crashed.
Rip.
Rip indeed.
But yeah, they are now headed your direction, not threatening at all.
I don't think this is gonna actually work.
All right. I can
So
take care
I'll
of
just
any rolling that
The
needs to be.
invoice, and yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, they're all walking towards your camp you have set up. The priest is kind of leading the other way, the other two hanging behind.
I'm gonna ask them what's going on.
Oh, I see what I messed up. That's
How's it going, and why are you this far into the jungle?
Would you like a drink?
I see.
Yeah,
Oh,
and offer them a drink.
oh yes, a drink would be wonderful. We're looking for a good place to make camp. Maybe we can work out a deal where we camp together and keep each other safe. A drink would be wonderful, wonderful. Let me introduce myself. My name is Atuar. This is the priest speaking. My name is Atuar, and my companions are Japa and Losi. Who are you?
I'm 2.0.
I am Eb.
Conrad.
Well, it's
Tarun.
a pleasure to meet you. It's not often you see such friendly faces out here in the jungle. In fact, most of the time you see unfriendly faces or things with no faces.
We just got finished fighting some unfriendly faces not too long ago.
Oh? What were you fighting?
Some weird plants that kept regenerating.
Ah, yes, those are quite the pain. We ran into a couple of those a few days ago. They don't seem to talk much. Well, at least they wouldn't talk to us.
Speaking of followers of a god that puts weighs on beauty so highly, it's odd to see you this far into the jungle. What brings you so far away from the port?
There's a brief look of like surprise on his face. He's like, "Ah, so you recognize my the symbol of my deity." Well, I wouldn't say I'm a devout follower of Soon, or at least of the way that the temple in the city seems to follow her. I'm more of a casual believer. I believe she is quite powerful and can help me out, but some of their teachings are not for me. I found myself with a different group whose interests matched my own more closely, and it seems like we are doing much more good for the people than those in the city.
Well, more people
Asher,
to keep
quiet.
watch is always a good thing.
Yes, it is. So what are you doing out here in the jungle?
Well, we're on our way here to help our friend, and I point over towards Musharib, reclaim his home at the, looking for the map. Yeah, reclaim the forge of his family.
And where is that?
Towards the Kobold Mountains.
South of here. That is quite a ways, quite the journey you have ahead of you. How have you been surviving in the jungle so far?
We've had some close calls, but we're making our way there, steady progress.
Good to hear. But we are out here mostly hunting for the all the undead that seem to have been terrorizing the jungle. They seem to be much more active recently, and we've been trying to figure out what's been causing that, and if we can slay as many of them as we can, or get whatever information we can.
Well, you'll find no shortage of undead from what we've seen.
Oh my gosh, one second, guys. Hey! Hey!
Doggo want detection.
Doggo no understando.
Quiet.
Doggo wants you to DMO.
Alright, sorry about the soundtrack.
Do they have dogs with them? Is
Yeah, it
that?
seems like a pack of wild hounds all of a sudden attacks you from the forest. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, Atuar says, "Oh, we were on our way back to the river and hoping to stop by Camp Vengeance for some more supplies before we head back into town and report on our findings."
You may not want to stop there.
Wait, have you been there before?
Yes, we stopped there on the way out here.
And you weren't
Well,
conscribed?
they're also not a paladin order, so.
We were.
I mean, most of the rest of us aren't either, Rebel.
Touche.
We were there quite a few weeks ago. I'm not sure exactly how long it's been. Time kind of seems to merge together, and the commander seemed a little what's the word?
On edge?
Yes, and we agreed to go scout out this area for him and report back. That's how he let us leave. We were able to convince him not to send along any of his soldiers. We figured they would just be loud and get in the way. They're not the quietest of people.
Aren't you afraid he'll give you more errands to run?
Huh. Well,
You might want to skip the camp
I
and
hadn't
just
thought
head
about
straight
that.
for the river.
You might want to just let him believe you died in the jungle.
that is
That commander is pretty headstrong.
that's a good point. We will definitely consider that. And he just kind of looks over at his companions, and they all have like this look of realization. Like, oh yeah, huh? Maybe we shouldn't do that. As they're rethinking their plan. Like, oh well,
He
if we're not
was
going
kind
there.
of an asshole. We should avoid him.
Well, since you're on your way back, is there anything you can tell us about the surrounding area, since you were out scouting?
Well, this area we've run into quite a few goblins around here. I don't know if they have some kind of camp or base in this area, but there's a lot of them. They've tried ambushing us a couple times. They've just been a general nuisance. Seen a lot of them. We ran into those plant creatures, of course, you know. One thing I did find. Let me. I just had to look up this rule real quick because I want to share something with you guys because it's cool. They said we discovered this rather strange plant out here, and he kind of pulls this little wrapping of leaves out of his pack, and he kind of holds it out to you, and you can see it's as he opens it up, inside there's like this ground powder. That's probably some kind of leaf or something previously, and he says, "This right here, this is from this is a leaf of a manga bush. If you consume it, it can help you regain some health. So if you see these large flat leaves around, it can help you, and it's good for you. Don't eat too much. If you eat too much, bad things may happen. But a little bit, everything in moderation, right? A little bit will be good for you." And he kind of pulls another leaf out of his bag, and he shows it to you. And explains that's what the full leaf looks like. I don't have a picture of it, but so yeah, it's something that you could recognize if you're looking for it in the jungle.
So you said eat, or you ground it up into a powder. Is that
Yeah.
for other reasons?
Well, we ground it up into powder just because it doesn't taste good. So we've been kind of mixing it up with some water just so we can down it really quick. Like you can ground it up, put it in some liquid, dissolve it, and then drink it, and you barely taste it.
So like a tea, then?
Yeah, in a way, yeah. It doesn't taste very good, but yes, it's like a tea. You may be able to just eat the leaves by itself, but I don't know. We tried that; it didn't taste very good. Hey, it might work.
That's. I thought you guys would took a ball. You have a little grinder, like.
Oh, and then there was the other thing I was checking for that he's going to tell you about. I just forgot to write it down. Where's my notes? Alright. Yeah, he told you about the goblins, and then there's also plenty of veggie pygmies, and he's run into these. He tells you about these strange frog-like creatures that seem to walk upright, but then when you touch them, they're all it burns, and they seem to be poisonous. To watch out for them. So if you see the frogs, don't touch them.
So giant frogs, or
No, they're not giant frogs. They're
Giant
like the
upright
size.
walking frogs.
Yeah,
Okay.
they got heads like frogs, and their bodies, they are colored like frogs, but then they walk upright. They're small. They're only a few feet tall. Think of like a gnome, maybe a little shorter than your dwarf friend over there, but they're strange. They walk upright and they talk. They speak in some language. We were not able to understand it. But watch out for them.
thanks for the tip.
Yeah, looks good. But we saw them. Those frogs we saw mostly on the other side of the river. We didn't see very many over here. But goblins are around here.
Are there any ruins nearby that might
Ruins?
have, might be worthy to investigate?
Not really that we've seen. Most of them have been just kind of destroyed. There was that ruined city far west of here, with the big ziggurat, but other than that, haven't seen anything else.
Sorry, what?
City with a big ziggurat? What?
Yeah.
Do we know anything about if Mumbala would have that?
He says no, it's not Mimbala, not the plateau. It's further west of Mimbala. I think what was the name of that one? He kind of turns to his companions, and one of them just says, Orlunga. So yeah, that's it, Orlunga. That's the one with the big old ziggurat, and it was just kind of plain. The city was entirely empty, but that's all. We didn't really investigate too closely. That was just the only big set of ruins we saw.
Hear me out for just a sec, Rob.
Yeah.
Could I roll insight to see if they would be the kind of people who would steal a really expensive map?
Sure. You don't get that sense.
Could you point it out on a map by any chance?
I could try to. We haven't really been traveling with one, but I can give you a general area.
Okay, and I'll give a nod to whoever has the map physically. I don't know who that is.
I don't think we ever sorted who was physically carrying the map, but
Was Moosh carrying the map?
He goes down all the time. He should not have the map.
All I know is that I'm carrying the barrel.
Actually, it's probably me since I have cartographer.
Makes sense.
true. So Conrad shows him the map.
He points over. It's all in here. I'll just draw. No, what? I'll add another one of these. No, it's
Try to
over.
describe it too, since I can't see the map.
It's southwest of you. If you can try to remember where Mbala was, it'd be straight west of that in that general area, like around here. We can probably, if someone wants to post a picture, just a quick screen in Discord, you might be able to see it of that
I
area.
That'd be
don't-
helpful.
Didn't see where you pinged.
Oh, I'm on GM layer. No, I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be over here.
I saw the last one, so like
Okay.
over here?
That area. About
Let's,
like 60 miles west of Mbala.
Let's do that for a sec. We'll do. And
I got it.
Um,
well, I got it.
quick, look at the tabs he has open. Ooh. On Facebook in the game. I'm just kidding.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I was gonna say
At
something.
least
Oh, yeah.
there's no porn up there. I don't see Pornhub. That means we're good.
It's another
It's
tab.
on the other. It's on the other
Like-
monitor.
Yeah.
Other window.
He has that. He has that in his Excel sheet.
You laugh, but I've seen an Excel
Oh my
porn
God.
picture that somebody did before.
I don't even understand how. Why?
They used the cells and made
If
it
it
pixel art.
can be done. It
Oh my god,
Basically-
please don't tell me that they shrunk every cell down to 1 pixel and individually colored the cells.
No.
No, they used the cells and just made them square, and then colored it, and then zoomed way out on a massive sheet.
Oh my god.
But I mean, it could also just be an
Rule
Excel of
34, dude.
of
Rule
links to
34.
different, favorites.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, you gotta get the full spread sheet.
Oh my god.
There's actually, I think he's Japanese, where he's published full books of nothing but Excel pixel art.
What?
Wow.
Why?
What? Yeah.
It's modern
Yeah.
art, dude.
Jesus Christ. Like, let's just go back to paint, why don't we? Show me your best paint art, boys.
Did you see that Windows is getting rid of paint?
I love the embedded
I
picture on
got rid of
Discord.
paint? Yes.
Yeah.
Rob, can you spell that for me?
Yeah, the name of the ruins. Orlunga.
Shit.
You got to add it to the map.
Yeah, I'm gonna change that. That's way too big.
Guys, I'm sad. I'm out of juice.
Ah,
Like physical juice or
Oh no.
mental juice?
E-cigarette juice.
Probably best for you.
Some magic juice then.
Uh-huh.
Alright, how's that?
is that music in game? Oh, that's Aaron. That's throwing me off. I was like hearing this strange music, and it sounded like it was coming from my headphones, but turns out it was just the wife watching a video.
Oops. What was
There we go.
what's
That
happening?
one actually links.
What, I feel like we sort of got
Yeah,
sidetracked. What's
so
going on
you
right
guys
now?
are sitting on
We're
the.
showing the map to the people.
Yeah, he points in this general area, just east of the Mistcliff Mountains, kind of in between the two little arms sticking out. And he tells you that they ran into some rather large dinosaurs over there, and they also saw, while they were over there, coming back from Orlunga, they saw the body of someone who they assume had been slain by one of these dinosaurs. And they kind of pull out this necklace, this bead necklace that has a little shell on the end of it. And he said that we found this on them, or what was left of them. It was around their neck, but they didn't have any legs or any bottom half. It was just their upper half. The rest was just gone, and they're like bite marks. So watch out for the large dinosaurs.
I see.
It was this half orc over there that we saw.
Do I pick up any sort of magic or anything coming off that necklace?
Nah, it literally just seems like it's a shell on a string. It's very
Surfer necklace, got it.
yeah, like and the string. If you look closely, it's not even a real string. It's like vine. So it's like someone just picked up a shell, poked a hole in it, put a vine through it, and called it a day.
Can I tell what, like, you said a shell, like a seashell?
Yeah, like a little mollusk shell, or a clam shell.
Is it only half of it, or is it like a full clam?
No, it's just one half of the shell. Like as if,
Okay,
yeah.
so it's not like there's anything hidden inside it.
No, there's nothing inside. It's just the shell. Has a few scratches on it. It's very plain. Like it's not super nice at all. It's still dirty, but they seem to just kind of keeping it as a memento of some explorer that was slain in the jungle. Possibly from another adventuring party.
Do we want to ask them if they know anything about Vorn?
I don't think so. Here, I'll put that. How's that? Sticking to the same system.
Sure.
That works. We know it's somewhere in that general area.
Alright, well, guess we'll go to bed. I wouldn't want to give them a watch to themselves, but if they want to split a watch with us, like have some of us and some of
Yeah,
them.
do our normal watches and then whatever they want to contribute.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. So they're just gonna take turns, probably chatting throughout the rest of the night. Was there anything else you guys wanted to ask them?
No, not really. Not
Yeah.
that I can.
All right. Well, the night goes without incident. Probably chat, tell stories about what you've seen in the jungle and things you fought, and just general chit chat, passing the time, but nothing seems to disturb you. And you wake up the next morning, fully rested, fully feeling slightly stronger and more able to take care of things in the jungle as you have leveled up, and ready to set off the next day.
I lose my exhaustion level with the long rest, right?
If you take off your armor to sleep, you do. If you sleep in
Then,
heavy
yeah.
armor, then you do not lose. You keep all your exhaustion levels.
Yeah, I'll take it off just to lose the level of exhaustion.
And also with hit dice, if you sleep in your armor, your heavy armor, then you only get a quarter back instead of half.
Christ.
But we won't worry about that because
Since we were so much, should I just do half? So many people. I don't think I'd mind it off.
you do half of what? What were you saying?
Well, you said a quarter hit dice, right?
Yeah.
Since we're so many, I would take off the armor.
Okay, got it. Got it. Sure. Well, that's something we should think about. Are you going to typically do that when you're sleeping, or is it just going to be times when you've used hit die to heal up, or you have exhaustion?
When I have exhaustion or when I need a lot of my hit dice back.
Got it. So we'll just count on you guys sleeping in armor unless something else happens.
Yeah, unless I'm like super tired, I'm gonna be in armor.
All right, sounds good. Wake up the next morning. They tell you they're heading off and start off in the direction you came from, towards the river. Where would you guys like to head? Straight north?
I mean, it doesn't really matter. Do you guys want to go straight north and then diagonal, or did you want to go?
Well, do we know exactly where Vorn is? Like, do we know that it's in...
You have a pretty good idea. You're pretty sure it's there. So, like, if you head to that hex, you'll just go to where Vorn is. So, it doesn't matter one way or the other whether you go up or whether you go left.
Say north and then diagonal?
Sure.
Right. So, whoops.
Guidance.
Moved it. There we go. Guidance on the navigation. Is Moosh doing navigating?
Me.
Yeah. Musha's helping.
Okay.
Conrad, the main.
And yours, I think, is a +4 or is it +5? I think it's +5.
I think it's +5, yeah.
A wisdom of 16. Make sure. Yeah. So you got +5 to survival, and then +3 from Ebb, and advantage from Moosh. Yeah, no problem. 27 was the check. Well,
Just made
Oh.
this.
19.
Yeah, just barely.
Conrad's got GPS. He knows where we are within 6 feet.
It's a hot day. Well, it's hotter than usual. It's 85 degrees, but it's not too bad because there's a pretty strong wind blowing throughout the day, and rain falling most of the day. It picks up in the afternoon. So during the afternoon when you're traveling, it's harder to see. You can only see a little bit in front of you with all the pelting rain, but it helps cool down while you're traveling. The day goes without incident. You don't run into any evil creatures or anything out to get you, and you get to where you're going. So let me try to get rid of this hex if I can. There's so many things here. I'll just get rid of this and then get rid of the hex. There we go. It's gone. Get Vorn back. Make camp. Sleep. Mark off any rations, bug spray, whatever you're doing for the day, and then we'll do the same thing again for the next day. So it's nothing changes. Could you give me another guidance roll? Nice.
Got him.
Yeah, again, no problem. No problem getting where you need to go. However, something happens that day. Nah, that'll be... Yeah, we'll do that now. Can everybody who's here give me a perception check?
Hey, Rob, can you give me a perception check?
Oh, yeah, I sure can.
Thanks, bud.
I'm still whispering. Whoops.
Oh well. And we'll say, since I've already gone over it, that our good friend Acerat came and took away Tetsuin and Donar. So they are not traveling with you guys. All
I
right.
mean, I don't think he ever brought Donar back, so he probably just said, "Hey, I need Tetsu too."
Oh boy.
Oh, that's right. I
Well-
never did.
Yeah.
'Cause we didn't play last week.
Yeah.
All right. Perception for Conrad. Let's see. Ooh, nat 20. Nice roll.
Beat me.
Hey, thanks.
Okay, so Conrad and Ebb, you guys both kind of get this strange feeling. You're looking around as you're traveling along the trail, and hey, Moosh notices it too. Nice job. And you see this little path that you've been going along. It's not really a little path; it's just kind of opening. It goes through this little opening, or this ravine in between two higher hills on each side. The hill's pretty steep. The woods come right up to the edge of this little clearing that you've been walking through. Where is my map that I was going to use? We'll use this one. And you get this strange sense of unease, and you kind of pause and listen to the sounds of the jungle, and you realize that there aren't many sounds in the jungle. Everything has quieted down.
Shit.
A lot of the crickets that you typically hear, you don't hear, except maybe in the distance. Birds chirping that you hear as you're walking, you don't hear. It seems like this strange, eerie silence. And you look at the terrain, and this seems to be the perfect spot, like probably 30 feet or so in front of you, a good spot for someone to be ambushed. And you kind of, Conrad, Ebb, Moosh, you kind of all look at each other, and as you all seem to realize the same thing. What do you want to do?
Stealth time.
I bet y'all better tell Tarun to stop moving because he's just gonna keep walking.
Yeah.
Same.
That's
Well, I mean,
that
the
was-
people,
that-
the
that was
people
what I
leading
meant
the
with stealth
party
time. Yeah.
would stop, right?
Okay.
Well, if all right, stealth. I have disadvantage and a +0. But sure, let's give that a shot.
I have.
I mean,
Plus
I
two.
don't. Maybe I can sneak ahead and see what I can find.
Go ahead. I'm gonna stay right here.
Guys- You guys good with this idea?
In the meantime, I'm also going to use Divine Sense,
Okay. Awesome.
but that's 60 feet.
60 feet? Yeah, the amber site they kind of point out is probably about 40 feet or so in front of you. As you guys kind of realize where
Do
you
I
are.
pick up any undead? Or...
You do not. You do not sense any undead. Wow. This is really annoying. So for this encounter, I had it set up, and I have it on the map as set up on map, but now I can't find the map.
Is it archived?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking through. I have the name of the map on there, but now I can't find that map on my archive. So, oh well. Looks like I'll have to just do it again. No big deal. As you kind of start moving forward quietly, you hear a few quick whispers in front of you. What language do you speak, Conrad? Do you happen to remember?
Dwarven and Goblin.
Okay, you recognize this language as Goblin, as they're whispering back and forth, and you hear him say something like, "They stopped. Why have they stopped? Do they suspect something?" What do you do?
Do we want to fight goblins? I kind of want to crush some goblins right now.
Don't you
Get
always?
revenge for a guy that you never met. I'll try to. I mean, is everybody with me, or did I go off on my own?
You're probably like 10 feet in front of everybody. Like you started going forward, and then you kind of hear as you're moving quietly, you kind of hear those whispers.
So I will call for another stop. And we don't have any magical. I don't have any magical means of communicating silently, so maybe do a
Baseball
canoe type motion, like hey, it's
Canoe.
goblins, you know, because we stole the canoes from them. I don't know.
Make a.
Try to let them know quietly that that there's
Sign
goblins around.
language for goblin.
All right, this is
Yeah.
this is gonna be a performance check.
Performance
Uh,
check.
Oh
It's like
boy.
I
we're
don't really
playing
know
charades.
another good one.
Charades.
We're playing charades,
And
aren't
then I guess everyone else, can you give me an insight check to see? You rolled a 13 on your performance.
we? Got him.
Okay.
I don't really know whether you're trying to beat it or.
Well, I got it right on it. So I mean.
Well, 'cause here's the thing. You would think this would be something where it's like the better he does, the lower the
Right.
DC would be. So I'm thinking DC would be like 12.
So maybe you do like an amount minus whatever I rolled.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
I'm
do
thinking
like-
is something like that.
So like 30 minus my roll maybe. Because that way, if I had rolled a 10 or
I-
a 20, it would
I
have
was
been
thinking
10
like
DC.
25 minus your roll.
Okay.
All right, then Rabble gets it.
So yeah,
but I
Rabble,
don't.
Ebb, both pick up on it. You're just looking at him, not sure.
Tarun's like, what the hell is he saying?
Can I see the goblins?
You don't see them.
Would I assume they're near the ambush spot?
But yeah, you're pretty sure they're close, and if he's giving you the signal that something's up, then yeah, they're probably right
Like-
here.
Like 20 feet close to the ambush spot?
You guys are right now 40 feet away from like the area that it's a pretty fucking good ambush spot.
But
and they're
would we
probably
know the
hiding off to the
goblins-
side. Somewhere.
Okay, so they would be within melee. Like they would want to jump out in melee for
Maybe
the ambush?
maybe they're up in trees firing arrows down. Maybe they're just throwing shit from the bushes. But it's hard
Should I
to tell.
Throwing
Should I
shit
try?
in the bushes?
Should I try something?
I mean, if you're further forward, can you see if there are like any traps or anything?
Here's what I'm gonna do. I have them all in the GM layer. I have to put them where they're supposed to be, and I'm gonna let you guys see the map. And then if you want to do something, then you can tell me where you want to do it.
All right.
So you're looking up here, and there's like these two peaks, these two little raised platforms or raised little hills, and the trail you're on dips down. These are about 10 feet, a 10-foot climb to get up there, and then all these bushes and trees all around. Plenty of places for something to hide and jump out.
So we're going this direction? Like
Yeah, you guys are going that direction.
Okay.
So what did you
Now,
want to do?
since they were saying that we stopped, I'm assuming they can see us.
You guys haven't been traveling stealthy through there. You're just kind of going through the jungle, and based on Conrad knows that they can see you because he heard them talking about you guys stopping.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably like, yeah, he's stealthing, so he's probably back right there. But yeah, they're aware of your presence. You're pretty sure.
And did we hear any voices in this general direction?
No. He heard
They're
the
all up
voices
here?
from in this area somewhere.
Okay. Could I? You guys want me to try something? Cause
What do you
Fucking do it.
it'll be great. As soon as I can get like a beat on like this square right here, like this point,
Okay.
I will cast. Goblins are humanoids, right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Sure.
I would assume.
Yeah, they
Sure, they're on 2 feet and 2. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna cast Calm Emotion, which is a 20-foot radius.
Can you move that?
Let's note. Yes, the radius is larger though.
Yeah, I'll change it. You can put it where you want it to be centered, and I'll change the radius.
So that is pretty much on the dot.
Awesome.
Yeah. Maybe like there,
Perfect.
and I'm gonna choose the second bullet of Calm Emotion.
Would you mind throwing
Was
that
it-
in the chat?
Sure.
Thank you. All right.
The alternatively thing.
I'll pull up their character sheet, and that's charisma saving throws, and I'll roll for each one. Alternatively, indifferent.
Probably would have had to go like there or something.
Okay. Yeah, sure. So I need charisma saving throws for each of them in that circle. And what's the DC?
14.
Okay, so 2 succeed, the rest fail. Nice. So I would
Probably
start
should have
it
done that
here.
in private though.
The second effect that I just dragged out
Yep.
for the other M bank,
Uh-huh.
it's same radius and sleep.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a roll.
Well, it's 8 plus the 27.
Oh, plus the 27. Okay.
35.
Yeah, I
I mean.
burned a second spell slot for it.
Nice. Okay, so that is 20-foot radius.
Yeah, it's the same radius as calm emotions.
20 feet is the point. Okay, well there's. Okay,
We'll just
got it.
the same one.
Wait, did you just make that?
Yeah, I don't know how I did
The
that.
pin is now
It looks very much like a nipple right now.
Giant nipple attack.
All right, so you cast that spell. You hear a few thumps as you cast sleep. And I need everybody to roll for initiative at this point.
All right.
Also, I can see my
You're all
aura,
running
by
out
the
of
way.
light.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll roll your initiative. Thankfully, I
Appreciate
have
that.
macros, so I can do it easily. You shouldn't be able
There
to
we
see
go.
it. Can you still see it?
Nope, I'm
Nope.
good now.
All right. Conrad, where you at? There you are. Initiative.
Gross.
You know what? So I'll probably have to type in your initiative again. No, I don't want to do them all separate. They're going to be all together. Because fuck this. I don't want to deal with that. Still full initiative.
Round 12.
Yeah, right.
Was that how long the Vegapygmy fight lasted?
Quite possibly.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was
It's a while, man.
quite the battle. Oh, whew, that's a good initiative for them. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy.
You want to throw that music?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
I'll throw on the music.
I rolled a nice little 4 on my initiative. It was very nice.
Where's my? Oh, this is my battle one.
You can correct your own initiative, by the way, guys.
Yeah, so if it's wrong after I hit that all initiative button, but you can go ahead and fix it. Sleep's not concentration. Is calm emotions concentration?
I believe
It is.
so.
So initiatives: Ebb, Conrad is already right. Tarun, right. 2. What was your initiative? 10.
10, yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Cool.
I was trying to figure out how to get it to actually confirm the number.
Yeah, and I can't now click away. It's annoying. Oh well, I think this will fix it. Alright, I think I have everybody on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of you guys, and then they're all acting together. Mushrib, not really sure what's going on. He's gonna kind of run over here and then kind of hold out one of his hand axes just in case he sees somebody. Okay, so Conrad, here's the situation. There's 2 embankments. You're probably about 20. Can you? I'll give you a perception check and see if you can see a goblin that's close to you.
Okay.
Probably. You got a 19.
Okay.
Goblin got. I'm just gonna roll his public. I don't care.
I
Oh,
mean,
you
those
don't see him. He got a
Is
total of
Goblin
20.
one of the ones that got
You got a
knocked
20.
out by
So you know that there's this area directly to the north of you that's like up an embankment. That there were quite a few goblins. That's where you heard the voices coming from. And you know Ebb cast a spell in that area. And you start to hear some chatter from that area. Would you run up there and try to find them, or kind of hold back? And what do you want to do?
I feel like I can move up and try to find him.
Okay.
I'm fairly confident in my ability to not get murdered by goblins.
All right. So as you run up, you do see a couple angry-looking goblins. One of them looking down at you, just from above a tree, like
Okay.
6 feet up in the tree. As you kind of climb up in the embankment, you see him up there. He's trying to hide behind the trunk, but you see him sitting right there. He seems very angry at you. He seems like he's one of the ones who has not been affected by the calm emotions. But I think also
If you hurt him, it ends the spell for all of them. I don't know if this
a bunch of
this
them fell
was
asleep though, right?
yeah.
On the other embankment.
yeah,
Okay.
but I
But
mean
even if you hurt someone who like
here I'll if this indifference ends if the target is attacked or harmed by a spell, or if it witnesses any of its friends being harmed.
okay.
Yeah, might not be the best combat spell.
Well, it's good
No,
if it
it's
works
not.
on everybody, but then that's the
Yeah.
problem where if it doesn't work on one person, then that person's going to be angry, and then you have to try to deal with them. But if you're harming them, it's going to end for everybody else. So it's difficult.
I wanted to try it out.
I mean, you could just take the like, try and just dodge and like not hit him, but like wait a turn until you get reinforcements.
How tall did you say the tree is? How high up is he?
He's only about 6 feet up in the tree, like on a lower branch.
What is he? Does he have like a bow or something?
Yeah.
What is he?
Yeah,
what is
he has
using?
a bow in his hand.
Short bow.
Yeah.
Can I climb the tree?
Yeah, sure.
Like, can I try to like leap into the tree with an acrobatics check or something?
Yeah, you can pretty easily climb up in the tree. I don't even need a check for that.
Okay. Yeah, let's climb up the tree and see if we can grapple. Because why not?
Okay.
Grapple with him because he's not being harmed if we're just wrestling.
Yeah, so you're gonna try to grab him. So that's gonna be your athletics, and then he's gonna use dexterity for this. I'm gonna
Is
pop
that-
out to try and not be grappled by you.
I thought it was just opposed strength checks or opposed athletics checks.
The person grabbing uses athletics, but the person trying to escape can either try to break out with athletics or try to like wriggle out with acrobatics.
Hmm.
Do you you still want to do that?
Yeah, screw it. Why
You could
not?
also hold an action if you wanted to.
That's fine.
Okay. So it's
There's
gonna
a
be
feature for me to
athletics.
cover.
Athletics from you. Ooh.
Ooh, 6.
Oh.
Not
All right.
9.
Yeah, you got a 6, he got a 9. So as you're kind of climbing up in the tree, you try to lean out and grab onto him, and he just kind of scurries around the other tree. But as he does, he falls down onto the ground right below you. Because he wasn't very... He got a 9. He wasn't dexterous. It wasn't really a good job of him escaping. It was just you not having the strength to do it. So he kind of
Hold on a
falls
second.
down on the ground and scurries back up. And looking up at you, a little scared. Do you want to do anything else?
I'm not sure I really have much left. How much movement did I use?
25 feet. You have what, like 50? Yeah, you have 50. So you still have half your movement left if you want to try to do something else.
I'll just hop out of the tree.
Okay.
Actually, no. No, I won't. I'll stay in the tree.
Any bonus actions you want to use?
No, I don't have any bonus actions.
Okay, we'll say he's there close to you. 2.
Would sleep count as harming them?
They don't seem to be harmed. You don't think
I'm just
so?
wondering if it would break calm emotions.
It would not. Cause here's the thing, they don't know you cast on them. They don't know what's going on. Their friends just fall asleep. Like it's not like they see. I mean, they probably see you cast a spell, but they don't see you harming them. So I'm gonna say that's not.
Yep.
That won't break calm emotions.
Alright, in that case, I'm going to sleep right on top of the calm emotions one.
Okay.
Wouldn't that affect Conrad as well?
His health is way too high for him to
Okay.
affect him.
Yeah, it shouldn't hit me.
All right.
Very help.
You can go ahead and. Did you already throw that in chat? All right. 14.
Ew.
So that's gonna be enough to get 2 of them.
He's a goblins. I mean, like we're thinking way too much about this. We should just kill him.
Yep. Um,
I'm trying to decide which
For
two. I'm just gonna vote randomly.
for my bonus action, I'm going to use my 2 sorcery points to create another level 1 spell slot. And move here. And that's it.
Okay. Oh my gosh. My desk just got slammed by a dog. Alright. Great. Tarun.
If I wanted to say run into the middle of this area and then, you know, just like use my dash, run into the middle of them, and then, you know, is there a way I could like, I don't know, if I like roared a mighty roar or some shit, you know, to try and get them to focus me.
Yeah.
Would that be like a bonus action or an action?
Well, I figured you'd be like raging as your bonus action. If you're trying to like actually get them to come and attack you,
Just, you know, because I'm trying to.
You
know,
can, no, you can go up there and roar, and I'll give you an intimidation check. No action required.
Okay. Then I'll use my dash to run up all the way over here.
That's just your movement? Or,
yeah.
Okay.
It's action as a dash.
Okay.
Right?
Cool.
Enter rage,
All right.
and then yell, "Come at me, you fuckwits!"
All right. Let's have an intimidation check. See how well you did.
Okay. No, that's gross.
Oh. Rage gives you advantage on strength checks, right? I'm gonna say since
Yeah,
this is
but-
it's not entirely strength related, but it's your rage would
Okay.
empower it, so I'm gonna give you advantage on this.
Alright. Let's.
Just because it
Do
makes
that.
sense, you'd be more intimidating when you're raging. Oh, it
Oh my
doesn't help.
god!
Oh, they kind of like you.
Jesus Christ.
You scream and yell, but then like in the middle of it, your voice cracks a little bit.
Oh wait, this is the wrong. This is the. I just realized I was.
Oh, that's
rolling-
Terran.
Whoops.
I think it
what
would
is
have
my
been even worse,
intimidation?
right?
So yeah, that's actually an 8, and that's actually a 5.
How have you been rolling the wrong character?
When I go to my character, my player character's like part of the sheets. The retired thing is higher up, and
Oh, okay.
Tehran and Tarun are like similar names, and I don't really look when I'm clicking.
I'll put it in the graveyard. Maybe that's a little easier to see.
All right, thanks.
So no,
yeah,
it
it was a very puny roar.
you have proficiency. Okay, cool. Yeah, it was there was a little squeaking in there, and you kind of felt bad about it. They kind of look at you. The ones who are indifferent to you stay indifferent. They're just like, oh, that's a big guy. Some of them just kind of look down at you. You see a few looks of disdain. You're just like, oh, bless your heart. Anything else you want to do? I think that's it, right?
I mean, other than kill myself, I think I'm good.
Yeah. Goblins. Okay.
4, a 6, and a 4 today.
So
Great.
Conrad, the one next to you is just gonna drop his bow, and he's gonna try to smack you with his scimitar. Normal, public. Ooh, that's a 20. Those guys are all asleep. And then Tarun, there is one guy that's gonna come running up to you and smack you. 2 of them close to you, you can tell, are asleep. But he's gonna come running up to you and swing at you with the scimitar. Ooh, he was just as pathetic. Missed. And then these 2 are gonna come running over here. You guys see 2 more come out of the bushes, and they're each gonna fire at Musharib. But Musharib's also gonna check his hand axe. So he'll chuck at the closest one. Misses. These 2 each firing with their bows. I think they both miss. They both miss. Look at that. Everybody's just doing poorly. So the only damage that turn was Conrad taking 8 points of damage from a scimitar. As these guys are fighting back. But that's just 4 goblins who got an attack that turn. 5 are asleep and 3 more are calmed. So Eb, your turn. What do you want to do?
All right, let's start with the little old spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Let's see. That's quite far. Should we just start clearing the board? Is that? Because I don't think the column motion is just like slowed down one of their turns. So I'm just gonna summon it right here, right there. I'm gonna swing at that one. So that is a 11, which misses.
Yes, that does miss. He
Great.
kind of dodges under it as he's firing his bow.
And then I'm gonna go back up. No. Are they all in trees except the one next to Conrad?
There's 2 who are laying on the ground asleep. The others have just kind of climbed down on their trees. So they're all just hiding behind bushes. So no one's up in a tree right now.
Well, I'll go here.
Okay.
And fuck calm emotions, because that's not good in this case.
Well,
Seems like it'll stay up for a
it's
little
still
bit.
up. All right, and that's it for you.
Yep. Little button.
Moosh is gonna run at these guys, yelling and pointing at them, as he casts his hunter's mark, and then he's gonna draw his skull basher and smack them. I'm too far up. Oh my gosh, Moosh, please.
Everybody's just been rolling shit today.
Yeah, this is gonna be another hour-long battle, but not because of regeneration. That's all I can do. Conrad, so you have the one right in front of you that just slashed you. There's a few others standing around there, a couple that are asleep. But there's one alive and well goblin in front of you. What do you want to do?
And we said fuck calm emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
believe
can
that
go
was in
ahead.
character. Eb just ran at him screaming, "Fuck calm emotions!"
Perfect. You said I took scimitar damage?
Yeah, you took 8 points of damage. He rolled 20 to hit you.
Gotcha. From the one that fell out of the tree?
Yep.
Okay.
So you're at 22.
Alright. Yeah, spear and unarmed strike, please.
Okay. Spear. Spear is going to be a
Nice.
hit, and you kill the one in front of you with your spear. 1 strike with 9 damage.
Okay. Okay, then can I move and then do the unarmed strike on... Are there any other that are within range?
Yeah, you see one 10 feet in front of you next to Tarun that you can smack.
Alright, yeah, let's move up to him and then do the unarmed strike on him.
Crit fail.
Yeah, you swing and miss and punch a tree as you roll the 1. Kind of smarts a little bit.
Break your pinky finger.
So that one was a miss. Did you want to do anything with your bonus action? Oh wait, you just get the...
unarmed strike was the
I was
bonus
thinking
action.
you had extra attack. My bad. Alright.
Yep.
2.
I'm
should
going
probably-
to move over to this one.
Okay.
And
Which ones are asleep, actually, Rob? Quickly.
The ones with the face.
Okay.
Basically ones that still have a symbol after I take these off.
Okay.
11 doesn't hit, does it?
It does not.
In that case, I'm done.
Alright.
Someone should probably go help Moosh before he dies again. But,
He's
let me think
2v1.
here.
And I have the weapon there.
Yeah, but knowing Moosh, he's gonna die. Since that one's asleep, I'll hit this one over here.
Okay.
Let me grab that.
Oh my gosh, guys.
Wow.
Please. Yeah,
oh
that's
my
a miss.
God, are you kidding?
The branches all around you, the tight spaces make it hard for you to get a good strike on. He just ducks under your swing.
That's like the third 4 I've rolled today.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're done.
Alright. Goblins. Alright. These two... This one's going to take a few steps back away from Moosh and fire a short bow at him. The other one's going to swing at him with a scimitar. Wow. At least they're doing just as bad.
Oh my God. This is gonna be the longest fucking fight, and it's just a bunch of stupid ass goblins.
This one's going to smack his friend next to him and wake him up. So that one's back awake up here, but then that use that guy's turn. 1 attack coming on you. 1 on no, Conrad just punched at him, right? Yeah, so one on Conrad, 1 on Eb, and 1 on 2. So Conrad, 22, Ebb, and then 2.
Yep.
So again, Conrad, the only one who gets hit. Another 3 points of damage this time. They're asleep. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's it. They did 3 points of damage that turn. Yay, goblins!
How many goblins are there?
I think there's 12. I
4.
think I just skipped Ebb.
Yeah, you did. What's up?
All right, what do you want to do, Ebb?
I'm gonna start with smacking him.
Okay.
Terrible roll.
Nice. That's this one. Okay, that's a hit. He's still up though.
Move to there. No, he's asleep.
Yeah, the one next to Toon is asleep. The one in front of you is not, or one to your left.
I don't want him to wake up, so I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna trident him.
Okay.
Like, TP. I have advantage because he's prone and. God damn it!
He's
Oh
he's
my God.
asleep. He's asleep, and you
asleep.
can't.
Missed him twice.
You just kind of like lift it up, and as you're coming down, your arm gets caught in a branch, and it throws off your strike.
And then the
Right.
second time you try, he like fits between the 2 prongs of the trident. Stab the
Yeah,
ground
it-
on either side of him.
It like goes around his tiny little legs. Yeah, perfect.
All right, let's keep going.
Okay,
Because I'm not the only one rolling like shit today.
I think it's literally everybody. The dice are rigged. And that's it for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Sure.
No problem. Moosh is gonna try to bash this guy in front of him. Let's see, can he do it? He sure can. That one's dead. And then he's gonna point at the other one and try to start killing him. Got that. That's it for his turn. Conrad, you still have that same one in front of you that you missed last time.
Yeah, I guess we'll try the spear and unarmed again.
Okay. Spear, nice. You kill him with a 25.
All right.
And then you can kind of just step over
Any
his
others in range?
Yeah, there's one more right behind him. You can step over his body and attack that one.
Yep, do that.
This time you miss again
God damn it.
with a 12.
I still didn't punch
Yeah.
a tree this time.
Yeah, true. This was not a natural 1, just a natural 5. 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
Damn
Oh my god.
guys, please.
I'm just gonna
Alright.
hug him.
Move here and smack this one.
You have reckless attack, right? You could do that if you wanted to get advantage. Just a heads up.
Please hit, the DM says.
Like, if I'm just saying, you can do that. You'll get advantage on all your attacks this turn, but then any attacks against you have advantage. But,
Fuck
like,
it,
if,
let's do it.
if he's been missing a lot and he's getting pretty annoyed, it could be something that he would do as a character. Just like,
Yeah.
fuck! Alright. Nice! Yeah, this guy, which one were you attacking?
The one to the right of me.
Okay.
Who kinda just missed.
The one in front of you was asleep, so he would still be on the ground. So if you'd wanted to attack him
No,
and
no,
not
no.
use your reckless, you could. He's awake now.
No, I want to kill this guy.
Okay, he's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's super dead.
Okay.
If
I don't want Conrad taking any more damage. It's basically the thing.
Cool. And
Alright, then we're done.
That's good.
goblins. The one right in front of you is going to stand up and smack you, Tarun. Miss. This one's firing a bow at Moosh. Miss. Is that a second straight natural 1?
Goblin on me gets an advantage, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Thank you. Yeah, so that guy with his bow has rolled two straight natural 1s.
Wow.
That guy is not good. So I'll roll that scimitar again. Does a 16
Miss.
hit you? Cause you're
Hey, you got 18 AC.
nice.
Since the last level up.
And then one attack on Ebb and one attack on 2. Both miss.
How much damage have these goblins done? What is it, 11 over the past 3 turns, and there are 12 of them?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Well, 5 are asleep. Well, 4 are still asleep. But like the ones that are awake haven't been doing anything either. All right, Ebb.
And I'm gonna just turn that on. Let's do 25 for technically 17 because it's a crit because he's unconscious. On that one, sure.
Okay. Yes.
And then I'm gonna try killing this sleeping one again, or someone wakes him up.
Yep, he's dead.
Got him.
Moosh is gonna go charging forward at the one that keeps firing and missing with his skull basher, and he bashes its skull. Conrad, you have one a few feet in front of you. That Tyrone that just woke up and stood up and attacked Tyrone. And then
Yeah,
there's
we'll you know the strategy by
Yep.
now.
so
Yeah.
spear kills it, and then you can run over and either attack the one that's attacking Ebb or attack the one that's attacking 2.
I feel like Ebb needs more help than 2, probably.
Yeah, and he's closer too.
And 2 has
Yeah,
his
we'll do
turn
that
coming
then.
up, so he'll probably kill the goblin.
If I don't
Yeah,
roll
we'll go for
another
the one on
goddamn 11.
You hit this time, but you don't kill him. He kind of takes this big
Okay.
punch in the chest, staggers back a little bit, but he's still on his feet.
No, it should be a level 5. Yeah. Okay.
All right, 2.
I'm gonna forget the booming blade because
Oh, come on. Oh yeah, he dead.
14. Jesus, that was a good roll.
Yeah, that's nice.
I debated using a second level slot on that.
Yeah, 20 points of damage. That's enough to kill him. On your divine smite.
I'm gonna move over here,
Okay.
and since I'm now standing close to Conrad, hit him on the shoulder and go, "We got this," and burn my 10 points of lay on hands. Oh wait, that's an action.
Yeah.
In that case, I'll just wait until next turn for that.
Sit there and cross your
Hi,
legs.
how you doing?
Well, you 3 seem to have that goblin under control.
The other 2 are sleeping.
I'm gonna, dash over here
All right.
and just look at this sleeping goblin and say, "Oh, how cute."
All right. What is Tony gonna do? Because he's the only one that's alive and awake.
And he's got 3 of us
Surrounded.
surrounding him.
Yeah.
By 3 guys who've been
He-
slaughtering his companion.
He's gonna.
I mean, they're goblins, right? They have stuff to get away from this
Oh yeah.
kind of
Oh
stuff.
yeah, definitely. I'm just trying to plan his route because you guys are in his way. He's going to. Oh, I can just pick him up. He's gonna go. He's gonna disengage using his bonus action, and go over here. No, that's not what he's gonna do. He's gonna disengage, go over here, and then just dash, begin booking it around there. The other 2 are asleep. Not much you can do. Ebb.
Mm,
Top one.
Oh,
Miss.
come on.
Great.
oh my god.
I'm gonna go to here, and buddy that's running away. Do I have it? God damn it, I don't. Guiding. I'm gonna do oh wait, friend can be thrown, can they not?
I don't know. Sure. I think so. Or at least you can try.
2060. Great. 20. Perfect.
Nice. Yeah, so you skewer him as he's running. You try it and just stabs him in the back and pins him to the ground.
Fucking Aquaman here.
Moosh is gonna move over his hunter's mark. Not very. It's asleep. Is Moosh gonna? What does Moosh think about that? Is he gonna kill a sleeping goblin?
I mean, it's marked to be hunted.
Aren't goblins the people that took his homeland?
Those were fire notes.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
All right. Moosh is gonna say, should we? He just turns to you. He sees the bloodlust in your eyes, and he kind of looks at the rest of you guys behind, way back there, and he says, "Should we capture him for questioning?
Yes, keep both.
Both?
Yes. You'll say one of you gets to live if you get to talk. If you talk. You know, intimidation.
Hmm.
The same thing that we did with the other
Fair enough.
goblins.
Tie him up.
Yeah, I think you guys did that with the lobster folk, right? The Eldani?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
We
the
did.
lobster.
Yeah, we hung him from the trees.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and end initiative here. Everybody's dead except the ones that are asleep. And you guys pretty easily, even
don't
if you
have any
wake them
rope.
up while you're tying them up, you pretty easily tie them up, put them in whatever kind of tree you want, get
Is
them
the
to wake
barrel?
up.
Does the barrel have anything in it right now? Did we use the barrel drinks on our friends? Because I'm carrying a barrel.
I'm pretty sure you've been filling it up every day with alcohol.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope so.
Yeah, I think that's what we said we'd do. So, I was just wondering because we could throw them in the barrel and rattle them around in there.
But the beer. Oh, you want to get him drunk?
You gotta drink it all first.
No,
I was
hey,
planning on
hey,
walking
you.
through
we
that.
could
Where-
tie them up
where'd
in
you
the
come
barrel
from?
and just shake the barrel a lot, you know. But no, if we got beer in there, then we got to find a different way.
Alright, so right now you have them tied up to a tree or secured very well so that you don't really have any fear of them running. What do you want to do?
Slap them awake.
My thoughts exactly.
Okay, they're awake. They kind of look around.
All right, I walk over to in front of one, and hopefully my intimidation check this time will work.
Guidance. Well, here you.
Loom over them with my 7-foot dragon body. One of you will live if you give us information. Where is your camp? Can I roll for intimidation
Sure
on that?
can.
With guidance? Yeah.
And, yeah.
Oh my god, are you...
It's not your day. It happens to the best of us.
Your guidance, maybe it could be a 9. God.
Is it even worth rolling the guidance?
I don't think so.
Is anybody else doing anything at this time while he's talking to them? Like to maybe help him out with this intimidation?
I'll clean off the blood of their brethren off my trident in front of them.
Nice. Probably pulled out some meat with it from the hooks. So, Tarun, Gordon, we'll say you had advantage on that from the gore cleaning. So roll it again.
Gore cleaning. Please, dear God.
Didn't help last time. Maybe it'll help this time.
Oh my god. Okay, well, roll the d4, I guess.
Hey, so 13. That's good. That's solid. That's above average. One of them
My
just kind of.
character, 7-foot dragonborn, apparently isn't very intimidating.
To a goblin.
Yeah.
He's got a very high-pitched voice.
Okay, you guys, listen up.
Oh, one of you gets to live.
So the one you're talking to kind of looks around, just woke up, and he sees all these big people around him. He's tied up, he can't do anything. He sees lots of his dead companions just absolutely slaughtered all around, and he just looks at you, and he looks dead. He's scared to death right now. He says, what'd you want? What?
Where is your camp?
What camp? We just go around through the jungle and find what we can. We don't have a camp.
Are they talking goblin or common?
Yeah, I don't speak.
He's
I don't
talking
speak Goblin.
common.
Okay.
Alright.
Didn't they?
What? Damn it, just a 10. I'll take that off, sorry.
Yeah, he's bullshitting. Yeah, completely.
Even with a 10?
Yeah, he rolled a 4.
Cool.
He
Can
seems
I, like-
scared to death, but he also doesn't want to.
Alright.
He can't. He's not saying. He's definitely hiding something.
All right, I take out my sword.
Mhm.
Can I do a strength check to see if I can just like slam my sword into the tree, like right above his head, and just like basically cut halfway through the tree.
Sure.
All right.
Nice.
Well, that's a strength save, but whatever.
All right, so just be 13. That's still fine. Yeah, your sword gets embedded about halfway across the blade, and it just kind of sticks there, quivering. The entire tree just shakes. He just starts shaking and whimpering. He's like, "No, no, 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 no! Please, please don't hurt me."
Is your camp?
Okay. If I tell you, then you kill my family.
If you don't tell us, you both die.
He kind of starts shaking and shivering and thinking. He just starts glancing around frantically, looking off in northerly direction, and then looking back at you guys, and he's like, I'm gonna give him one of... what would this be? What would it be to try and resist being broken by, like, a interrogation?
Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Well, I'll give him one of these. We'll say DC's 13, since that's what your strength and your intimidation both were.
Mm-hmm.
He just says, okay, I'm sorry. Oh, I whispered that. Oops, he rolled a 9.
Everyone's rolling shit today.
He says, last we saw it, it was northeast of here. A couple days travel.
Sorry, last we saw it? Are you in a cart?
No. That's just where our camp was last. You know, camp changes sometimes.
How often does it change?
Whenever it needs to. When our camps get threatened.
That
Nomadic.
wasn't particularly smart of him to say, because now we have to kill him because if he gets back before we do, they're gonna move it.
He says in Draconic.
Does anybody else speak Draconic? Because that would make sense for you to say
I
something
do.
like
Oh, Donar. Well, he's not here.
that. Donar's
I
pretty...
speak Draconic too.
I'll just say that in
Stretching.
common. He can hear that. He's gonna die.
What? No, we won't go that way. We'll go south. We'll go away from you. We promise. Don't kill us. Don't kill us.
Why
I
were
told
you
what you
here
wanted to know.
laying the ambush?
And he kind of looks at you guys all up and down and says, you have cool stuff. We wanted your stuff.
I mean, why lay the ambush here?
A lot of things pass.
Surely it'd be better on the route to the camp.
A lot of things pass through this area. It's pretty common. Not always people like you. Sometimes it's animals with food, and we can surprise them and take them back. This is just a good spot for us. We've done it many times before. Just please don't kill Bradley and I, please.
Bradley.
Bradley.
I gave all these guys names. And
Are these names from a football game?
They are definitely not the names of the
team?
Alabama football team. No.
All I can think of is freaking Full Metal Alchemist. Bradley.
I mean, the rest of the names I had for the ones you killed were Dakota, Damien, Raekwon, Tony, Minka, Alphonse, Raheem, Bo, Denzel, and Jalen.
Very goblin-like
Yep,
names.
definitely goblin names.
Yeah. Where were we? Oh yeah, interrogation. I mean, I think we got everything we want to know, right? Anything else we can get out of these guys before we let them go?
We could ask them if they know anything about the Shield Guardian. And how many there are, yeah.
How
Like
many
Eb
there are
just
in our
said.
camp? Yeah. How many people are in your camp?
Many in the camp.
How many?
He just kind of
Oh,
looks,
cookies.
just says, a lot more than we had here. This is only a very small part of what we had in the camp. We have over 100 in the camp. He kind of like puffs out his chest a little bit as he says it.
That's probably a lie.
Let me whisper this. He may be exaggerating a little bit.
Alright, I take my sword out of the tree and do the same thing, but on the other side. If the tree falls and hits someone, I'm sorry, but this is just too cool to pass up. Hold on.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
There's...
Tree falls, goblin dies. So yeah, I do the same thing with my sword. I pull it out and I hack the tree from the other side with my sword. Assuming that it went halfway through the first time, probably went all the way through this time, and the tree fell down in some way.
Sure, yeah, that sounds good. It's one of these thin jungle trees, and it just kind of topples down. Moosh jumps back out of the way to not be hit by him. It probably scratches the goblin on the way down, gives him a nice little cut. He's like, okay.
How many are in the camp?
There's about 6, but there's a lot of... Fuck, what's the name for a goblin child? I don't know. Goblings?
Goblins?
Goblings? Sure. There's a lot of goblins there. They don't fight. They just eat and shit.
They eat shit.
Wait, they eat and shit, or they eat shit?
He didn't
Why
specify.
not
It
both?
could be all depending on the availability of other food around.
Alright.
Please, if you let us go, we will return to camp and tell others not to bother you, and we will leave you alone. We know you are super powerful, and we would just die trying to harm you. If you promise not to come to camp, we will promise not to attack you.
Can we like move out of range of their hearing? Or,
Yeah.
Like, whisper.
Sure.
All right. Let's do that for a second. Do we want to clear a goblin camp? I'm sure that'd be pretty great loot if we did. 60 goblins is a decent amount, but I feel like I can tank them. And if we got some nice area of effect stuff going, I feel like it wouldn't be that bad.
The problem is the AoE stuff that we have is easily circumvented if they if it doesn't get all of them.
I mean, we could also try funneling them, like, in some way. I don't know. What AoE spells do you guys have?
Moosh is gonna say that's this goblin camp. They say it's to the northeast of us. That's the opposite direction of Rakmar. Well, it's not where we need to go. Why don't we just continue on? We'll head up
Because
this.
these goblins are a plague on the jungle. If we can, we might as well take care of them.
Let's see if they cross our path. And
I'm gonna yell over to the goblin so he can hear me. How far to the northeast is this camp? Is it a day's walk or farther?
2-3 days, depending on weather.
I say it's too far out of the way for some measly goblins.
I don't point. Let's keep going to Vorn and stay on track. But what are we doing with those two? Should we like tie them up like 30 feet up, upside down in a tree? So if they try to cut themselves free, they essentially kill themselves?
I mean, but wouldn't that just be leaving them to die since they're in the jungle? Probably get eaten by some predator.
I mean, are we not coming back this way? We can just find them and like release them.
Anybody got a spare dagger? Could tie him up to the tree and just hand one of them a dagger.
I mean, you could also just strip them buck naked and send them on their way.
Hmm.
I mean, they do, like, they think we're almighty and powerful. I doubt very much they'd use their entire encampment to come after us again. Because they'd probably, there's a good chance that they all just die, and, like, a really high chance that, like, they suffer massive casualties even if they do. It's more
Wait.
likely that they'll just avoid us.
Is there a way we can delay them for a time that you can think of?
Hmm.
I mean, if
Anybody
you
got a candle?
You want to do that trick?
Yeah, put a candle underneath the rope.
I feel like in a, rainy jungle that might not work.
Well, I mean,
True.
here's the thing. I've already cut the tree. So the tree they're tied to isn't really a tree anymore. It's a stump. So I feel like with enough struggling, they'll be able to get out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they could shimmy the ropes up it.
Shimmy the rope up. It'll probably just take a while.
Do we have a shovel?
Shovel.
I have a
I might.
crowbar and a battering ram.
Rob, can you check my inventory? I think I might.
I know. Yeah, you were using one, or someone was using one at Camp Vengeance. Would you have just taken it with you?
Sure.
Stole a shovel from camp.
Yeah, you guys have you stole a shovel to stick it to Commander Breakbone. That'll show him.
All right.
Yeah, sure, you have a shovel. We'll say Conrad has a shovel.
What do you
Hey,
want to do with the shovel?
it actually is in his inventory.
Yeah, that's because I have the archaeologist background. It's not
Nice.
because I stole it from Camp Vengeance. I have a shovel.
So maybe you also stole one, but you.
Yeah, I like shovels.
Dig a hole, dig a hole, dig a hole.
What were you planning on doing with the shovel?
Well, how about we just how you bury your brothers and sisters at the beach?
Yeah,
To their necks?
dig a hole, put him in so it's like up to his shoulders or something like that, but he could eventually dig himself out.
Yeah.
All right.
While we take
I
a
say
little.
we-
Yeah.
I say we take a short rest, search them, get all their shit, and
Make him dig the hole.
Yeah, actually,
Make them dig the
make
hole.
them dig their own hole.
That's great.
Wow, that's great. Tie them to each other, and make them dig their own hole. How about this? We tie them around to each other to me while we take a short rest and make them dig the hole.
Sure.
Sure. Hey, do that.
All right, sounds good.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask them?
No, we're good, I think.
All right. So
Have you heard of the death curse?
Have you heard of it?
they look at you puzzled.
The goblins from the raft incident, did we ever hear what the commander of their name was? I can't remember.
I can't remember if you heard his name either.
I feel like we didn't.
Because I was gonna ask them if their camp is the same as the one he's from. But, yeah, if we don't know his name.
Let's see, where is it? I feel like I did say it. At least his name.
Let me look at my notes.
Cause he had a lot of interactions with you guys.
Because
After
they
the
kidnapped
yeah.
Terran.
Yeah, they kidnapped Tyrion, they got the jug, they came back, he yelled, he ran. Oh, that's why I gave these people the names. Okay. I'll say, yeah, during the interactions you heard the name Yoka, in referring to that goblin leader from before.
And then, yeah, I think we go ahead and ask him.
And what was the question again?
If they're from the same camp that he was.
They nod, say, "Oh yes, yes, Yoka, he sent us out a few days ago."
Is he your leader?
No, not leader, just Just above us.
Wait, who is your leader? While we're on that topic.
They kind of pause and then look at each other. The queen is our leader.
The queen?
Yes. Queen Grabstarb.
Grab stuff?
Alright, well,
Why is this queen your leader?
They look at you puzzled, like, what kind of question is that? And there's like, she's the queen. She's in charge of us. It's like,
Is this a royal lineage?
like they've
or
never
is
really
she-
thought about why she's in charge of them. It's just how things are.
Is she a mighty warrior, or is she wise, or is she just of royal lineage?
Oh, she is the greatest, smartest and strongest of all the goblins.
okay.
Is she at this camp of yours?
Yes. Yes.
Well done.
We make them dig their hole.
Okay.
Yeah, we make them dig their hole and then bury them in their holes.
All right, you do that, and you're not burying them too deep. You're just burying them so it'll slow them down. Correct.
Yeah, we'll just like
Yeah.
They look very scared as they're being buried alive, but they're like they can't really do anything about it. You guys complete the burial. At this point, it's probably like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Heading towards sunset. What would you like to do?
I'll cover them with like leaves just so they don't look too obvious to predators.
Okay. Hopefully the predators will just eat all the other dead goblins that are around.
Should I make a survival check?
Those would
Nah,
be
don't worry about it.
scavengers, my friend.
Can I search the other dead goblins and actually search the goblins who we tied up for stuff?
Yeah, sure.
Should I roll?
Yeah, investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You don't really find all that much around them. One of them has about 4 gold pieces on it. Another has a small pouch that has a bunch of coins in it, so you get a little excited. But then you open it up, and it just has 23 copper.
Okay.
And then you find, of course, all their weapons and plenty of arrows. If you ever want to take some arrows, they're kind of crudely made, but they work. Weapons all a little rusty, but still sharp in places and still do the job.
Alright, I'll just take the gold.
Okay.
Hmm. I think we're good to keep moving then, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, so before we continue on and you guys reach Vorn, let's take a 10-minute break and we'll come back at 10 o'clock and continue.
Okay.
Will do.
Alright, sounds good.
I thought that goblin fight was gonna go a lot worse, to be fair.
Well, I mean, you guys were able to disable them.
Yeah.
Quite a few of them, and divide and conquer.
I mean, they did a grand total of 12 damage, right?
I think 11.
All of it.
All on Conrad.
Yeah.
And Conrad, you did get 10 points of healing from a cure wounds.
Cool. So I have a single. I'm down 1 HP.
Yep.
That's not
Yep.
But I will be right back.
So I have this stuff planned for my game, and I have a no, not a goblin, a gnoll ambush planned on an encampment that the players will be stopping by. And have you guys seen Avatar?
Mm-hmm. Like
Not the
Yep.
like
movie,
the movie or the show.
no, the show.
Okay. Yeah.
You know those sand gliders?
Uh huh.
They'll have that. So they'll like the
Okay.
camp's gonna be like this you know, tents and shit and some wooden walls around the start of a desert. And the gnolls are gonna show up with these conquered sand sailors, but instead of airbending, it's like a drum that magical item of some sort that makes them, you know, sail.
Hmm.
And then they're just gonna like break through the walls and shit. And I have 66 monsters, uh, 11 different stat blocks. It'll be great. I hope.
I'm
I'll
sorry,
be rolling.
66 monsters, 11 stat blocks. I don't understand.
Well, there are 66 tokens on the map, and of
Mhm.
those 66, there's
There
11
are 11
stat
different types.
Okay, so there's 6 each of 11 different types, not
Yeah,
you're using 66 characters to represent 11 stat blocks.
no.
Like I thought you meant that there were 11 opponents that were somehow split into 66 different parts.
Unfortunately, no, that's not it. But yeah, so I have like a Flint, I have a Suva or whatever the fuck that is. Some giant hyenas, some gnolls, other types of gnolls and things. It'll be great. It'll be huge,
Huge.
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 But I'll be rolling digitally, on Roll20, because rolling that many dice in real life would be a fucking suicide.
Hmm. Have you guys seen the 5-level commoner class on Reddit? The Reddit homebrew.
Yeah, I did.
I really want to use that to run a commoner game. Of like, you guys come across magic missiles. Your adventures now go.
Well, you guys come across, you know, magic missiles. You all die because you have 4 hit points. Wait,
No,
no,
like wands of
no.
magic missile. Apologies.
Oh, wand. Okay.
Yeah. Plus that class I think used a D8.
Yeah, everyone had a D8, and then I think at level 5 you start going into PC
No,
levels.
at level 5 you remake your character starting at level 2
Yeah, okay, that's what it is. You go
with
into
a real
PC.
class. Yeah.
I have a player who's just fucking with me. So in the homebrew game that I run, I killed a player character because they were stupid.
Mhm.
They had like a giant, a frost giant sitting at the end of this long, like, think like a Viking dining hall kind of thing. Except on the sides there were 2 ballistas, and they focused the ballistas instead of the frost giant that was literally casting spells, because it was a casting giant. And yeah, the giant just someone pissed off the giant by counterspelling him, so the giant walked over and crit him, and then attacked him a second time in that, you know, multi attack, and killed him and downed him from full to 0 in one turn. And then the guy rolled. He's the only guy with a heal in the party, aside from the paladin's 10 lay on hand points, similar to here. So he rolled a nat. He failed the first death save and he nat one the second. So yeah. But yeah, so everyone's making backup characters because they feel like, oh wow, we can actually die now. And one guy made a broken fucking combo.
Oh.
Well, you know the Hexblade in Xanathars?
Mhm.
Okay. And then, you know, Devotion Paladin has a Sacred Weapon.
Vaguely.
You, for a minute, you use your Channel Divinity. For a minute, you add your Charisma mod to the attack roll.
Okay.
Not the damage roll, the attack roll.
Mhm.
And then he's going to grab Great Weapon Master. And so for his attack bonus, normally it'll be 2 times his Charisma mod because he's a Hexblade. He already adds Charisma mod plus his proficiency. And then if he puts Sacred Weapon on, sorry, that's with and then he can do Great Weapon Master, but his charisma will, one of his charisma mods will negate that completely. So he'll be using Great Weapon Master with no penalty.
Interesting.
Yeah. And he can also Hex. He can Hexblade Curse. He can... And also he's going Asimar, just to even fuck with me some more. So he can add damage per turn on attacks. So yeah. But the boot up for that is 2 full rounds. Because you have to do Sacred Weapon as an action. Both hexes are bonus actions. And the Asimar thing is an action. Takes him 2 turns to be able to start doing shit. But I'll kill him before he gets there, so it's fine.
And I'm back.
I am also here.
What is Aaron playing anyway?
Sea of Thieves.
Uh,
But she's like 15 feet away from me, so it's not hard for the mic to pick it up, especially when she's loud.
nah. Not complaining about the noise. Was just wondering what game she was playing.
I think she's playing with her little brother.
Are we all back now?
I don't know about Tarim.
Blaze, you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Cool. So yeah, I think we all are
Sounds
back.
like
and
we're
we
all
can,
back then.
continue on. So as you guys continue navigating through the jungle, seeking out Vorn, you come upon a small little clearing in the jungle. You see there's like a large pile of rocks and some ferns piled up against the rocks. Other than that, this area in a good 30-foot radius has been cleared of all trees or anything. And right in the center of this 30-foot radius, you see an 8-foot tall statue. It's humanoid in shape.
Of.
Has bronze fists. It's got joints that are made of iron. Its breastplate seems to be made of adamantine. And it's got a large iron helm with slits for eyes. Every other part of the statue is made from wood that's been sculpted. And it's got like bands and rivets to hold it in place, made of adamantine. You also see scattered around its feet, like everywhere, all around its feet, you see small little what seem to be offerings. There's food, feathers, colored stones, skulls piled up against it. That seem to have been placed here deliberately in small little different piles. And someone has cleared out this whole area from around this strange iron or bronze or metal statue. But you guys follow the directions you got for where Vorn was supposed to be, and this is where it led you. So what would you like to do?
We see an amulet of some sort.
You guys can give me an investigation check. If you're looking
Why did we teleport across the map? We're in the mountains now.
You are. I'm trying to move the hex where you are. There we go. All right. I should put that in the map layer.
Oh, wow.
Fucking whip.
I don't even know that there's a statue.
All right. So you guys looking around, investigating all the different offerings that have been left, looking through all the rocks. You don't see any amulet at all. You don't find anything that you would think would be a control amulet for this type of being. Yeah, so you don't find that. You don't find the amulet around here. And like you do a pretty thorough search. You spend a good 20 30 minutes looking through every crevice, probably digging a few places where it could have fallen, and you find no trace of the amulet.
Well, someone else must have it. Or let's hope it's in this corner of the jungle.
Is there any sign of other paths leading to or from the clearing?
Can you give me a survival check? There's not like an
Guidance.
immediate
boy.
path. Ooh.
There's trees.
Yeah, you're distracted by something. You're maybe just staring at the statue, like, wow, it's something entirely metal that's bigger than me. What's going on? But you don't find any. You do not find any tracks. Yeah, you hear yelling come from the jungle.
2 point. What are you looking for?
I I saw a bird.
Well,
Actually, I don't think I would even know that it's a bird.
uh,
Does anybody else want to help him look for tracks in the jungle?
sure.
Maybe someone who has a little bit more experience with that kind of thing.
I will guidance myself.
Okay.
Apparently, I don't have that box for some.
You can add it in your settings. It's global check modifier in the right box.
I have a global skill modifier.
That's it.
Yeah, but it's not under skills. It's where do you put it?
It's at the
it'd be
bottom.
under your
It's under tools and
proficiency.
proficiencies. I don't understand why they put it there, but if you scroll down a little bit further, yeah.
Okay. Sure.
But that does the same thing. Nice, 22.
22.
It's great. So looking through all throughout the jungle, you do find a number of sets of tracks coming here. You find some that you clearly recognize as goblin tracks. Coming here quite often, probably within the last day, there were some here. Coming in and going out to the east-northeast of here. You see a few other sets of tracks. Some of them you recognize as veggie pygmy tracks, kind of all over, not really going in one specific direction. And then you see some sets of what look like frog tracks, like little indentations, like what you saw when the giant frogs were attacking you and jumping up all over places. These indentations match what you saw there, just much smaller. And those ones are heading mostly coming in and heading out mostly south.
Do we want to set a trap for someone who comes, or do we want to follow some tracks,
I mean,
or
okay,
do we
so
want to
we-
just
so
fuck
we
around
have
with the statue?
we've got frogs going south-ish, right?
Yes.
Goblins going northeast-ish,
Mm-hmm.
and Vegapygmies not anywhere in particular.
Yeah, just kind of all over.
So we can rule out the Vegapygmies.
Yeah, because those are probably just wandering around the jungle.
So the question is, do frog people have it or do goblins have it? If they have it at all. Or do we just move on? This seems like something that will let us free a mine full of fire nukes.
Yeah, being able to bring. How tall is this thing?
8 feet
Probably
tall.
like 8 feet.
Oh boy.
8 feet tall, basically solid metal and wood construct.
I mean, let's not forget that these mines are, dwarf made.
Yeah, but
He might be too tall for them.
so we lure him out and we fucking pummel him.
I don't know.
'Cause
I
at
feel
this-
like goblins would have it,
Okay. And
but that's just a suspicion. There's no way of knowing. We could. The goblins, like the goblin tracks, seemed recent, right?
Yeah, there were some from within the past day.
the
Is
frog.
it like, yeah? How recent were the frog ones?
Older than that. Kind of hard exactly to
Is-
tell. The longer they've been there, it kind of gets all muddled. But more than a few days.
Well,
Does it seem like the goblins come here often?
The tracks, there's definitely tracks all around, and like little, you see lots of different little necklaces and jewelry and stuff left as offerings to this thing, that you recognize as like goblin made. Some things like decorations you've seen them wearing, like the masks they wear on their faces. You see a few of them set all around. There's more of like goblin stuff than anything else, so they probably come here more than the other creatures. But often, though, it's kind of hard to tell exactly how
well,
much.
something else that we can't forget, we know where the goblins are. We don't
Yeah.
know where the frogs are.
We go
And
check
we
out
also
that.
know the queen and the commanding officer, and
And we
I'm
know that they're looking
assuming,
for
depending on
magic
how long it takes them to get back there,
We might want to just go to the goblin camp now because their friends are gonna be there soon, and then we might lose track of where the goblins are.
Or they might come after us.
Yeah. Either way, going to them now might be a smart thing.
Conrad, what were you saying?
I said we also know that the goblins are specifically looking for magic items.
Which means they might have some.
Ooh,
Mhm.
that's yeah. We might not even have to fight them because they know that we're ridiculously powerful.
Well, that's
We
if
could-
those make it back before we do.
I mean, we kind of slaughtered their captain's like entire group
Why don't we
on the river.
follow those goblins back to their base?
Do you think they'll still be tied up?
Well, yeah, they could go south like they said they could, but these tracks supposedly go to the village. They wouldn't do a daily or, every 2 days. They wouldn't make a huge detour.
Yeah,
We could-
I said we go
if
back
they're
to the...
they're still there, we could ask them to lead us to the camp so we can talk to the queen.
I mean, I feel like we just follow the goblin tracks from here to the goblin village. We know where it is in the general direction anyway.
And also we're following tracks,
Yeah, fresh ones too.
like a relatively well-worn path, or somewhat.
I feel I'm with that. I feel like we just go to the goblin village now, following the tracks and what we know.
All right, well,
Sounds good.
tomorrow then, I guess, because we've already
What
done
time?
our.
Yeah, what time is it right
It's
now?
getting pretty close to sunset. A couple hours since you've been traveling after
Do
the
we
goblin
want
fight.
to camp next to this construct that seems to be visited a lot?
I'd say maybe in the woods near the clearing so we can keep an eye on if anything goes.
Yeah, but not necessarily out in the open.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find us some food
Okay.
or try.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna look for some.
Never mind. I'm gonna mark off that ration.
I'm going to look for that plant that the dude showed us.
Great. This will be. Give me a nature check with
Nature?
advantage.
Nature with advantage.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, you find some. Nice. Yeah, so you do find a small little bush that has these leaves on it. Can you roll 2d6 for me? Nice. After kind of picking off some of the leaves, you're able to get 5 ounces of the leaves that you could grind up and use for whatever you wanted from that bush. They'd probably grow back in a few days, but that's what you're able to get right now. They're pretty, as you kind of pick them and take them off, they're pretty moist and soft. The ones that the scouts showed you were dried out or ground up into a powder. So it's possible that you may have to, now that you look at these, get a closer look at them fresh, you may have to let them dry out for a little bit before you can actually use them.
Cool.
Don't forget to add more beer, Heron, to room.
Yep. I haven't been doing a good job. How many days have passed since?
What I gave you was technically only one has passed since the numbers I gave you. So add 4 liters.
Wait, you gave me in gallons.
I gave you. Oh, sorry, gallons. Yeah, sorry.
Canada.
4 gallons.
Alright, so that's 15 gallons then. So that's barrel should now weigh
220 total.
200.
Jeez. And you're just like, this is fine.
Yeah.
I'm not encumbered.
Hey, at the very least, if we get the controlling thing for the shield guardian, we can have him carry the barrel.
Strap it to his back.
I'm pretty sure during fights, my guy, like during the day, I'm just carrying the barrel in front of me. During the fights, I just put it down and draw the sword. Or a battle axe, actually.
It's strapped to the barrel.
Nah, I'll just use the barrel to fight. Swing a 200-pound barrel at a guy's head.
I do have mending now, so I don't spill the beer. Alright. I marked off the bug repellent and ration for myself.
Great. Everybody just make sure you're marking that off, unless you're not putting on bug spray, and just let me know about that. You guys are taking watches throughout the night? Similar watches to what you've had before? Let's look back over that.
Mm-hmm.
Since
Yeah, I
we
think
are
we're short.
slightly different cast of characters. Conrad, Tarun, to Tetsuin and Mush, Ebb and Donar. So we're good. Just no Tetsuin and Donar in the third and fourth watch. Can anybody give me a perception check for this evening's watch?
Okay. Blue.
Tetsu!
Tetsu's here.
He's alive!
He's just
Oh,
muted for some
okay.
reason.
Oh, hey.
Hello.
The pool tournament ran a little longer than I thought it would.
All right.
How'd you do?
We swept yesterday, we swept
Ooh.
this morning, we lost in the afternoon.
Oh.
Damn.
Well, I think I'm pretty perceptive tonight.
Nice. This time you got it. First watch, Conrad and Tarun. Yeah, so... Oh, I didn't roll for Conrad. Oops. We both did really well. Both not really talking much to each other, but you're keeping a good watch out, watching for anything coming, and you don't notice anything. 2, you're probably still distracted looking for that bird. Still not able to find it, not sure what's going on, but thankfully your watch goes without incident. Same with Moosh. Moosh just kind of sitting quietly, probably talking to Tetsuin, who is all of a sudden here and apparently has been here this whole time, discussing the events the past couple days. And Eb, your watch goes by without incident as you start putting on your armor and rest, or after you rest, and enjoy the sunrise as it comes up from the direction you guys have come. Someone want to quickly catch up, Taken, on what's happened past the first half of the session?
We killed some goblins, interrogated them, found the shield guardian statue thingy, but there's no amulet or anything controlling. But it looks like either goblins or walking frogs have taken it. So we're probably gonna go after the goblins to see if they have it.
Since we know where they are, and we don't know where the frogs are.
We know how many people are in the camp too.
Apparently 60-ish goblins, but those are not their fighting force. That's their total.
That's all of them, and so we wiped out a party of 12 without really breaking a sweat. So we figured not really that big a deal.
Ah, nice.
Alright.
Also, we've been rolling shit the whole fucking session.
Yeah, and everybody's been rolling shit. Rob's been rolling shit. We've been rolling shit. It's just been, low
There were
rolls.
12 goblins, and each one probably took 3 or 4 attack rolls to finally hit.
There were 12 goblins, and there was around 4 rounds of combat, and they did a grand total of 11 damage to us.
All of which was to me.
Oh, and I missed an unconscious guy twice.
Yeah, that was a little sad.
Oh my god. I'm glad you made through it.
Anyway, so morning, let's head out, follow the tracks.
And you're just following the tracks that you found the night before?
Following the tracks, and also, with it in mind of where our general idea of the camp is from the goblin's description.
All right. Set out in the morning. No problem, as always, with the navigation. 20 was the check, so you succeeded. Oh, that's off my notes. I gotta go back to my encounter sheet, because something happens in the morning. What do I want to throw at you? Is it something crazy? Oh, this is a fun one. Okay.
More fucking plants.
It's not plants. It's not plants. Something in the plants, though. Kind of in the plants. Alright, so you guys set off in the morning following the goblin tracks. And it's a pretty good path going back northeast. It's not too difficult for you to follow it at all. Pretty well traveled by the goblins. You spot about a couple hours into your journey. You spot probably 100 feet in front of you some creatures moving about in the trees. They are large and they're definitely furred. They have some kind of white fur, and they're swinging from branch to branch as they're like moving around the trees, just hanging out in the area around where this goblin path is. It's hard to make out exactly how many of them there are, but there are large white furred creatures. They don't seem to have taken notice of you guys yet. What do you want to do?
How large are they? Like,
Pretty fucking big.
I'm sorry, you said white
are we
fur?
talking about like a cow, or are we talking about, or like?
They probably, yeah.
2 legs, 4 legs.
It's kind of hard to see exactly how many legs they have. They're swinging, like using, you can see them use like all 4 limbs to swing from tree to tree. Like monkeys, but those of you who have seen monkeys before can tell these are not monkeys. But they're large. They have, and you think they may have some smaller arm, like they may have 2 legs and 4 arms around them. Like a large.
When you say large,
Think of a very large white ape. Yeah, like a silverback gorilla with extra arms.
so like, horse size or something. Sure.
Think gorilla size, maybe a little
Okay.
bigger.
Okay.
Gorillas with 4 arms. Got it.
What would you like to do? They don't seem to have noticed you yet.
I don't know about you guys, but these things seem pretty big, and there are like a lot of them.
You've seen 3. You can,
Oh,
as you kind of
3,
stand there
okay.
for a moment and look around, you can count them, and there's 3 of them.
Okay.
Let's just pack up like in a bunch, defensive position. Try to walk past them.
turtle formation.
Okay, so you guys are just kind
All
of.
right. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll turtle formation it, and then put me in front since I'm tanky.
Okay, and you're not trying to sneak or anything.
No, in a non-aggressive manner, just walk.
Okay, well, even if you're not being aggressive, they're gonna be aggressive. As you start to get closer, they notice you. They see you guys walking towards them, and then they start swinging from tree to tree a little quicker this time, kind of hooting and beating their chests a little bit, getting excited, and now they started coming towards you.
Goro from Mortal Kombat.
It's the same thing I thought too.
So unless someone has an idea to avoid this, I may need. We're gonna roll initiative.
Can I
'cause-
roar at them and not squeak like a girl? Intimidation.
You can try. But these things are bigger than you, and it may not have much of an effect on them.
Better than
Yeah,
last
they
time.
just keep coming towards you, pretty angry.
Okay.
Ready to have a nice meal, different from the goblins they usually get to eat along this trail.
All
Let
right.
go.
So I'm
Let's
gonna
go.
put you guys on this map. Hang on. And then I'll need you to roll initiative. I'll probably have to delete people. There we go. We'll say you're back here. And you are on the map.
Oh boy, they're big. big boys.
Yep.
I should be in front.
Yeah, so just go ahead and put yourself where you think you would be,
Okay.
and I'll just...
Let's
I imagine I'm on a side somewhere.
put Moosh in the middle because he's mushy.
Man, he's killing it on initiative. That's a second straight 21.
I rolled a nat 1 according to your thing,
Yep.
but in reality, it's a 13.
Nice. Conrad, you got a 14 initiative.
We did?
Conrad.
Whoa.
Gotcha.
Alright. Paladin bringing up the rear. Weren't you towards the end last time? Alright. Tetsu. So, you're the quickest to react and start heading towards these guys as they start heading towards you. They seem pretty angry, seem pretty hungry. What do you want to do?
I mean, it looks like we're in for a fight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just dash over and slap him with my stick. We'll see how that goes.
Okay. Yeah, he's coming down towards the ground to eat you, so you can definitely get up next to him.
What is that in its mouth?
It's jaws.
Uh,
Can you, yeah. Oh,
Ooh.
oh.
That's
Oh.
freaky looking. I like his nipples.
Looks like there's a second smaller gorilla inside the gorilla.
Yeah, the nipples are
like-
actually the set of eyes for the second gorilla.
Looks like a gorilla absorbed a smaller gorilla in its stomach.
There's a,
So as you swing at him, he just like swings to another branch, and that's a miss.
you are
See if
cursed
I
as
can't,
well.
throw one more punch at him then.
All right. Oh yeah, that's a hit. Catch him square in the nipple.
Right in the nip.
And I'll end my turn.
All right, Moosh is gonna come up closer to you, and he's gonna use his. This is a new day, so he's gonna use his hunter's mark on this Gorillion.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah, Gorillion. I think that's pronunciation right. Oh well, it's gonna be what it is now. And then he's gonna chuck a hand axe because he can't get quite close enough to bash its skull. Hey, and he hits 7 points of damage to that one. As you see him take both these strikes, but he still seems okay. He's still coming forward trying to get some food. The one back here comes swinging forward, sees Tetsuin, and he's going to come swinging down, land next to you, and go to town. He tries to bite you. He's also going to try to hit you with each of his claws.
Oh boy.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my fucking god.
Jeez.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's 3 hits, 24 points of damage. Yeah, 19 beat your AC. So 24 points of damage as this guy just takes a big chunk out of your arm and then just flurries with his claws, scratching into you. You're able to see the last 2 coming and dodge out of the way, but he definitely does a good bit of damage to you. As you seeing these guys can hit hard. But that's it for his turn. Alright, so Conrad. You just saw this guy come up and attack Tetsuin 5 times. You're about 30 feet away from him. You can get up close to him.
I'm sorry, you cut out there. I heard you just saw, and then
Alright.
it cut out, and then 5 times.
Yeah, so this Gorillion, this large white ape, attacked Tetsuin 5 times.
5? What the fuck?
Yeah, once with each of his claws, and he tried to bite him.
Jesus Christ, okay.
From what you've seen, they're large. They move relatively quickly, but they're not like, their armor isn't tough or anything. You're only about 15 feet away from him. What would you like to do?
How many are there?
There's 3 of them.
We need to focus.
Yeah, I think we need to focus. I'm gonna go help Tetsu out.
Okay, there's one, the
Two-handed
closest one
spear,
to you.
unarmed, go.
Yeah. You can run around to the one that's already been hit, and avoiding the one that hasn't been hit, if that's what you'd like to do.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was Tetsu the one? Was the one on Tetsu the one that's been hit?
No. Tetsu has 2 right next to him right now. One of them he attacked, the other one
Yeah.
just came up and attacked him.
Yeah, I'll hit the one that he attacked.
Alright. Unarmed and a spear. The 12 just misses with your spear, but you do 8 bludgeoning damage with your unarmed strike.
Okay.
He's still
I don't
seeming
think where I can best
relatively
position
okay.
myself
You have
to
about
take
10 feet of
his
movement left if you wanted to move back. and not be right up next to him.
Yeah, I'll step far enough away that if he wants to turn to attack me, he provokes an attack of opportunity from Tetsu and vice versa.
Cool. Oh, we'll say you'd move
Why
over
don't
here.
you? Yeah, move over here because I'm gonna move over here.
Okay, Ebb.
Anyway.
Alright, I'm gonna go like that.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna bring up my that, and I'm gonna do that. Yeah.
That's a hit.
And
He's definitely
Te-
looking hurt and bleeding now.
what's Tetsu's? How far is he from half?
He's 8 under half.
Oh. Huh. Wow. He has a lot of health. Then I will just.
He's exactly at a quarter right now.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Well. Can I hold my channel divinity? Is that a thing I can do?
Sure.
Cool. I will hold my channel divinity until.
I'm just gonna treat it as you concentrating on that.
Sure. Yeah, sure. I will hold it until he takes a bit more damage, or so, like until I can spread out my points to people.
Okay. All right. Tarun.
All right, I'm gonna move. All right. Do we want to move over here or over here? So this
Look
guy's
'em
gonna
up.
come in soon. This one's gonna die soon though.
Are you sure? How's it looking, Rob?
He's definitely bleeding.
Okay.
That means
I'm gonna
he's
move
below
here then.
half.
I'm gonna move here and enter rage.
All right.
And then smack that guy.
Do it.
All right.
Nice. Another hit like that would probably knock him out.
Damn, that was a bad hit on the back. Oh well.
But your axe definitely cleaves through him. Maybe gets a big gash in one of his arms.
Okay.
All right, it is his turn. You just fucked him up. He's going to turn on you and unleash all 5 attacks on you, Tarun.
Bring it. Bring it, monkey boy.
Bite first.
Miss. Hit. Miss. Hit.
Okay,
boy.
so that's 5 for 9 total points of slashing damage to you.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Not at all. The other one thinks that you look pretty tasty. You're not wearing any of that annoying metal armor. So he's going to do the same thing.
Ouch. Ouch. Ouch.
Whew,
Ouch.
Okay, so that's
Jesus,
4,
what is that?
7, 10, 15. 15 points of damage.
Alright, boys. Well, we better
Are you-
kill him fast. What am
You
I?
below
I'm
half
at-
there? Or?
I'm at. Wait, 15 was it?
Yep, 15.
Yes, I am below half. So that's 15 plus. What was the total there? It was. First one.
First one
did
was 9.
9.
Yeah, so
and then
24.
15 is 24. So yes, I am below half.
How much do you need?
I took 24 points of damage.
3
I know.
3 would put him above half.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
well,
have,
So you could only give
Okay.
him 2.
I have 19 left.
I'll wait
I
till
can
the next
prob-
Gorillon
I
goes.
can, yeah, I can probably take
Alright.
one more hit.
2.
I'm gonna move up to here.
Okay.
And okay, it's not there. Bless at level 2 for Tetsu, Ebb, Tarun, and Conrad.
Awesome.
And I'm going to Shield of Faith on Tetsu. And end my turn.
Are those both concentration?
Yes, they
Yeah,
are.
and also that's 2 spells in a turn.
One's a bonus action, though.
Yeah, but you can't cast 2 spells in a turn.
If,
Also, they're both concentration.
yeah, so
Oh.
you'll only be able to concentrate on one of them at a time.
In that case, I'll keep Shield of Faith and not cast Bless.
Okay.
And in exchange, the one that's been wounded...
Oh, just
Okay.
misses.
Damn it.
Alright, so Tetsu, your AC is up by 2 right now. Where's that shield icon? That looks good. All right. Anything else? Tetsu, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
The wounded one above me.
Yes.
Probably swing my bow at it.
Nice. That's a hit. He is almost dead.
And punch him.
Nice. That's enough to knock him out, and he just kind of falls back in his very large back. His arms just splayed everywhere.
Now, if I back away at this point, it's like, is it strikes of opportunity from this guy on my left?
Yep. He would just get one. Like, it wouldn't be the full 5. It would just be one attack. But he would be able to attack you.
I don't know. That's wait. How much health do you have right now?
Tetsu.
I have roughly 8.
8?
Mm,
That's fine. As soon as he takes another hit, I'll pop him back up. I'm holding the reaction, so.
And then yes, I will disengage and back off.
Okay, he'll swipe you with a claw. And miss.
Alright, it's fine.
Okay.
Moosh is gonna take your place. Transfer his hunter's mark over. And he just yells, "Oh, you big ugly ape!" And he's gonna bring down his skull basher. Hopefully, but he misses. He is so good at that. But that's it for him. Well,
Moosh about to get fucked.
he missed. Would he?
Moosh about to go unconscious again.
Moosh looks tastier. A little more meat on his bones, less metal in the way. Yeah, so he's going to unload on Moosh. All 5 attacks. Moosh has an AC of 14.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
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 Oh!
What?
Oh!
Oh.
Oh! So 17. 17 points of damage as he just kind of like ducks and dodges his first 3 attacks, and then 2 claws just kind of smash into the side of him from each side, and you can't dodge out of the way. And he's like,
He
"Oh!"
forgot about those extra.
He ducks below the top 2 arms and the top mouth, but then the bottom arms get him.
Exactly.
I'm gonna pop my my channel divinity.
Okay.
Let's top off Tetsu to the 8 that he needs. Tarun for the 3, I think you said.
Yeah.
And if Moosh needs any,
Yeah.
I'll top him off to half.
He can just get 2.
'Kay.
So Tetsuin, you'll be back up to 16.
Got it.
Channel Divinity's gone. That Gorillion's gone. Conrad. Okay, so there's 2 Gorillons left. Neither one has been hurt. There's one on your right that's next to Tarun. One on your left is next to Musharib.
I would focus the one on the left because he's.
I was gonna
focused.
say I think Mush needs help.
Okay.
Yeah. I can probably tank the one on the right for a bit.
Yeah.
Usual spear and an arm strike. Nice. Both of them hit. Spear does 12 points, and your unarmed strike does 7. So 19 total on those 2 strikes.
Nice.
Did you want to stay up there next to the Gorillion or move back?
I think I might. I think staying might be the right thing.
Okay.
Give it a target that's not Mush.
Yeah, he kind of whips his head back around and growls at you. Man, you gotta get that thing checked. That spiritual weapon must have a curve in it. It's not supposed to be there.
+6, and you like never hit with it.
That one hits.
It's actually impressive. All right. So I'm just gonna tank this bad boy while you guys are killing that one. So I'll just smack him with my thing.
You sure you don't want to do reckless?
Oh.
5 attacks.
He only gets 5 attacks. Don't worry about
He
it.
only gets 5.
Oh yeah, nice. 12 points. It's beautiful
Wow,
radiant damage.
I've been rolling really shit like off my normal hits. Like the 1d10. Last time I rolled a 3 and I rolled a 2 this time.
Yeah.
Oh well. Still 12 points. Decent.
Okay.
Alright.
He's gonna come right back at you with 5 strikes.
Alright,
Because you
boys.
just hurt him.
Wish me luck. Ouch. That's fine. Ouch.
So 10 points of damage.
That's not too bad.
Eh. John a 12.
Yeah, I'm here. Don't worry about you.
And that's gonna be it for his turn. 2.
I am going to move up next to Tetsu.
Okay.
Burn my 10 lay on hands.
Awesome.
I'm gonna use my bonus action. Can I drop the Shield of Faith on Tetsu and recast it for Conrad?
Sure can.
Alright, so Conrad now has Shield of Faith on him.
What's that give me?
+2.
And
Ooh,
I'm
so I
gonna
got 20 AC.
move
Nice.
up to here. Actually, right here.
Uh-huh.
And scream at the gorilla next to Tarun, "Come here, you big ugly bastard."
Okay.
And my turn.
All right. Tetsuin. Why does this music
Well,
keep stopping? Go ahead.
yeah, I'm gonna cast a water whip at this this one on the right.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. Can you
Yeah,
throw that in chat again,
the-
just so we remember what it does?
Yeah, and I'll spend the 3 extra key points to like charge it up.
Ooh.
The whip is somewhere here.
All right. Dexterity saving throw from this Gorillion. So it dodges it, failed save. Successful save, half damage. Don't pull or knock it prone.
Yeah, I'm basically knocking it prone instead of pulling it towards me.
You don't pull it or knock it.
And then roll an extra 3d10 bludgeoning damage.
Whew.
Jeez.
And then,
I think it's just 2d10, isn't it?
he said for each additional key point. Oh no, it's okay. I get it. So it's just 1 to do it, and then 2 more to charge it up. So yeah, it's just gonna be that first 2. So 8, 14 points of damage. He just take half of it. So that's 7 points of damage to it. But since he just was able to dodge out of being dragged by it, he's staying where he is and still screaming in the face of Tarun.
Am I able to make a ranged attack at this point?
That's just your bonus action to do that.
Okay, well then I'll throw a shuriken at his face.
All right. Nice. Yeah, it sticks it right in the face. It's a good shot. Moosh gonna keep on bashing some skulls, or attempting to. Nope. Man, poor Moosh.
Skull's a little too high up from the bash.
Conrad, you were the last one to hit this Gorillion, so he's gonna turn on you. 5
Cool.
strikes, AC 20.
Oh.
There's a 13, a 10, a
Miss.
9, a 14, 8.
Oh
So
my
all of
God.
them, you're able to just
Oh
duck
my
and dodge
God.
out of the way, like some
I
kind
don't
of.
think I actually needed the Shield of Faith for any of those either.
No, you didn't.
Bob-
Like he didn't even get close. Like you were
Bob
doing
and
all sorts of
weave.
You're
Bob
just
and
buffing
doing
shit.
some Jackie Chan shit
Yeah,
around him.
yeah.
Duck and weave, boys. Duck and weave.
And it is now your turn if you want to answer back.
You can dodge a wrench. You can dodge 5 attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Dodge a 4-armed
Yeah,
gorilla.
You know what I'm even gonna do? I'm gonna flurry for this one.
Oh
I'm gonna
boy.
use a key point and flurry.
Okay, so you have 4 total. Now you got 3. Okay.
No, 3. 3, not 4.
Level 4, you get one. It's one per level. You have the same amount as what your level is. So, yeah. So now you have 3 left.
Yeah, I have 4 key points.
Yes.
Okay, I see what you mean. I thought you meant 4 attacks.
No. Yeah. All right. So the spear is a hit with a 17. And both your unarmed strikes hit with 20 and 15. Total of 14, 25 points of damage altogether. And he's looking pretty rough.
Good.
You just dodge out of the way of all his attacks and then just go to town. Eb, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
I'm gonna smack this bitch. Miss.
Goodness, goodness gracious, this is ridiculous.
Your spiritual weapon is broke, dude. Go get it checked out.
And I don't really care. I'm gonna go right here.
Okay. Ooh.
Cool. That's fine.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna touch my buddy over here. Damn it! What, another fucking 10 garbage.
Yeah, it's fine. It's 22.
Yep.
I'll live.
Tarun, what you doing?
All right, schmecky schmecky. Battle X. Let's go.
Nice, that's a hit.
Oh, it is. Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
They're not. Their armor isn't. They don't really have much armor. They're just quick.
Okay.
14 points of damage as the radiant injury burns him. And that's it for you?
Yeah, good stuff.
I forgot about that. That would have been cool to use. Oh well. He's coming back at you. Flurry with his flurry of strikes. There's a 9, a 9, a 15. Oh shit!
Ouch.
Hey,
Oh,
throw it in
man.
there. So that's 15 points of damage, halved to 7,
Mm-hmm.
and another 2. Oh, what was that shit
so-
roll? Come on. So
10 points,
9
right?
total.
Well, I
No,
negated that, right?
15 had to
Is that 10?
15 halved to 7. 5
wow.
halved to 2. Yeah, they're individual.
Good shit. Alright, 9. So that's 13 health. That's not bad.
And that's gonna be it for him too. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna move up to here.
Okay.
And
Nice. Okay, so that's the left one. Just 2d8, yeah. Yeah. So 13.
hang on. I haven't set up the yeah, add that on too, because I'm smiting at 2nd level.
Okay, great. So that's 16 points of damage. He is not looking good. He's pretty close to death.
And I am done.
Great. Tetsu?
Let's see here. I think I'm just gonna break the curtains. On the one on the right still.
Alright. Yeah. You just stick him right between the eyes and he falls back. Dead.
And I will hold.
Moosh is going to try to finish this guy off. Can he finally land a hit? Nope! This is ridiculous. 12, 11, 10, 12. Ugh! Maybe Moosh needs to have his weapon checked. Start using just his axes. So he misses. This guy. I mean, Conrad just fucked him up, so he's going to try again. He's getting frustrated that you can't hit Conrad. So that's another 5 on you. An 8, 17, 14, 12, and 25. Finally, he gets his last strike. 1 for 10. 5 points of damage to you, Conrad. As you just ducked and weaved out of the way of the first... Oh, you should be at full. So
9 attacks.
Yeah.
You dodged 9 attacks before it hit you.
Yeah, finally he landed one. It's pretty crazy. And it's your turn if you want to try to finish him off.
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I would like to do that.
First strike is a natural 1
Oh,
with your spear. Did you want a flurry?
Yeah.
'Kay.
Let's do that.
Oh!
Ooh.
So you got a 9 and then a natural 20, which does
There you
12
go.
points of damage. He had 11 hit points left. So,
Beautiful.
how do you want to finish this last large ape off?
Jumping spin kick to the face, clearly.
Yeah, so you do that, and then there's like,
Snap that neck.
yeah, there's the cartoon movement of his head just go whipping back, and the slobber just go everywhere as his head's now facing the wrong direction, and then he just like collapses forward. You jump out of the way, and then probably just leap on top of his body and stand over
pulled
your
some-
conquest.
Pulled some
Perfect.
Jackie Chan shit today. Jumping spin kick to the face, dodging 5 attacks in a row.
9 attacks in a row, actually. Thank you very much.
Fucking monks.
Yeah, that was
Monk OP.
that's pretty cool. Let's see what was. Let me get. I'm just gonna before I forget get your XP for these 2 combats. Plus. Oh wait. It doesn't matter. You guys get to add 780 experience.
wait, they're not all dead.
What?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they
That's
are.
the last one.
Oh, I just didn't finish. I didn't put the X on him. He just finished that one off. Yeah, they're all dead.
Oh,
700 and what?
780 experience.
That's including the goblins?
The goblins added on their. What would you get from the goblins? 120 from the goblins. The rest was from these guys. I'll go ahead and put that on your sheet, Conrad. 7. That's 35.
Appreciate that.
36, 65 for you.
I just realized Conrad can't see that. I typed in
No, I
chat,
can't.
who would win, Conrad holding a baby or Conrad holding a vase that doesn't want any trouble?
Who knows, man? Who knows?
All right, gather
I feel
round.
like Conrad holding a baby though. He's got something to fight for.
Everyone's looking pretty damaged or somewhat damaged, right?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I've
I got
I'm
13
only
health.
down like 6 points.
I mean,
I'm still at max.
Moosh is about
And I'm
half.
at like 24 of 30, so I probably
much
need it the
damage?
least.
well, everyone's back to full light, or close
Okay.
to.
21 health.
Yeah,
Nice.
All right, that's good. 34. That's decent.
decent.
I mean, it's 9 health short of my full, but it's pretty good.
Well, fuck you then. There's your 11.
Yeah, thank you. You're so kind.
Yeah, those Grillions were 1100 each for XP. They're
How much damage
pretty
did
tough.
I take?
What was it? Is the music going? Yeah, it's just super quiet. All right. What do you guys want to do now?
I don't know about you guys, but I'm thinking a rest wouldn't hurt.
Short rest? I mean, none of us really have expended very... Well, actually, Tetsu expended some ki, and so did Conrad.
I was more
Okay.
thinking about. Actually, how far away are we from the camp? Do we know?
You
Still have 2
just
days.
you've been traveling for 2 hours away from Vorn, away from your morning
Okay.
camp.
All right, then. Yeah, whatever. Let's just go. Screw it.
I wouldn't mind a short rest, though, because I have Channel Divinity, and Tetsu has all his ki, and so does Conrad.
All right,
Yeah,
sure.
I can
Let's
do
do a
this.
short rest before we head out.
All right. You take your short rest, no problem. Get all the key back. I don't think anybody needs to spend hit die. So don't
I got
have to
you.
worry about that. Ready to move on. We'll move on to that. So the rest of the day, it's kind of relatively peaceful, keeping an eye out for any other large creatures. Towards the end of the day, getting close to sunset, you hear the sound of huge creatures stomping through the wilderness. Like this loud racket going through the woods up ahead of you guys. You're not sure how far away it is or what's causing it. But there are obviously a bunch of creatures not trying to be quiet. What do you want to do?
Does it sound like a fight, or does it sound
Nope.
just like...
It doesn't sound like a fight, just like crashing through the jungle.
These could be these dinosaurs we were already about.
Could we send the pseudo dragon up into the air to see if he can see something? Since that's following Conrad, right?
Sure. How am I gonna?
Samurai-
Let's see. I can show you a picture. I'm gonna send this picture to Conrad
That's not going to be very helpful.
on Discord. You won't be able to see it.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll let you try to describe what you see. This is
Oh,
a creature that
boy.
is. I will get you the height in just a minute. As I send this to you. And then, because this is the picture that, what's his face? Elenast sends you. That's what you see.
Okay.
And this creature is, yeah, it's humanoid like that, but it's probably about 20 feet tall or so.
Well, it looks like a frost giant.
It does indeed look like a frost giant. And
In character, I
see 3 of
assume that
them.
I'm going to say that I see a very large blue humanoid with an axe, and it looks angry.
Is it heading this way?
They're not heading towards you. They're just kind of cutting across your path up ahead.
Can we
Moosh,
just
wanna...
wait?
Moosh, give us that sweet, sweet pass without trace, please.
Okay, he casts that. Can everybody give me a stealth check?
Everybody, what?
Stealth check if you're trying to be quiet and avoid these guys.
Yeah, hey Rob, can you stealth check
Sure
for
can.
me?
And we're gonna add 10,
Thanks, bud.
10 to all these
Oh, baby.
checks.
I like how the original point of them saying like they're just what they explain as the point of the advantage disadvantage system just so that they don't have all these circumstantial modifiers. And then instead of having spells that give advantage or disadvantage, they give circumstantial modifiers.
Uh-huh.
It kills me.
Alright.
I got a 17 with guidance.
Yep. I think... And then 2, you're at disadvantage too because of your armor. Because you're heavy armor. It's hard to be quiet, not that it probably matters. So if you could just roll one more time. 26, 17... Oh no!
Oh my god!
No. No.
That's still a
Oh.
13. That's still a 13.
But still.
Well, let's see what our
Please,
friends get.
I do not want to fuck with the. Oh,
Would,
God
would
damn
that be
it.
against their passive perception?
Well, that's what I'm gonna check because they're not. They are looking for something. It may not be you guys. Well, I'll let you. I'll roll this, okay? Because their passive perception. Oh man, Tetsu with the 35, easy. Their passive perception is 13. Okay, you're good. Yeah, 2 rolled a natural 1 on his stealth check. But thankfully they rolled a 2. So, you guys are able to be quiet and let them pass if that's what you would wish to do. They continue crashing through the jungle. You hear the sounds ahead of you fading away until eventually it's far enough in the distance that you feel it is safe to continue on.
Guys, let's solo them. Come on, we got this. That was sarcasm. Let's not.
I'm gonna have to do a solid pass, my dude.
Yeah, these things were twice as big as those Gorillons you just fought.
How many were there?
There were 3 of them, and that's like. And also, like you avoid them, and you're kind of worried about all the having to fight them. But then after they're gone, you realize this is the fucking jungle. There's frost giants here. Why are there frost giants in the jungle? And that's to all of you. Most of your characters, that would strike you as a little odd. That these creatures are here. They are typically in cold climates, not humid jungle.
Huh. Well, boy, am I glad that they didn't spot us. That would have been an interesting and swift death.
Moose says, "This is troubling. My old friend Ord was telling me about how there were some large creatures going through the jungle, and they didn't know what was causing these big old footprints. But maybe it's these frost giants. But why are they here?"
Did you say your old friend?
Yeah,
You just met him.
yeah, but you know we all know each other.
Okay, because that's okay. You can say that because you're a dwarf, I guess.
What
That's
do you
not
mean?
Racist, not JPEG.
What do you mean? Because I'm a dwarf?
That's what you just said, essentially.
But what is me being a dwarf have to do with me knowing
You
him?
said we all know each other. We being the common denominator in this would be dwarf.
We are also males. Did
So,
you think about that, Mr. Fishman?
So, first of all, I am not related to fish in any manner other than color.
Close
And
enough for
second
me.
of all, males do not all know each other. Therefore, that eliminates that possibility.
Guess-
Powers of deduction.
You're both dumb. Let's keep
he,
moving.
he narrows his eyes at you and he's like, "Guess you win this one." But anyway, why are there giants here? You guys know
We should
anything about
probably
that?
follow them and find out.
Which way were they heading?
They were heading mostly, where did they go? Mostly east. Maybe a little bit south of where. Yeah, they're heading mostly east. It's like straight. This
So
way.
do we investigate the goblins
Right,
and see
right.
if they have the amulet, or do we follow the giants?
And as you guys go up to where they were, it's a pretty clear path. Like, this is not a path that would be hard to follow if you wanted to follow this track. It's a good, basically a road that's been created in the middle of the jungle by these giants just crashing through the underbrush.
So, do we want to fuck around with 3 ice giants?
No.
Or do we just want to say, how about we don't and continue doing what
Yeah.
we were doing?
Would we like to fuck with 3 ice giants or over 100 goblins?
How
Oh,
about
I guess
Would
they
you
were
rather
saying
have
it.
one giant-sized goblin or 100 goblin-sized giants?
hear me out. How about we make giants kill the goblins?
And how do you plan on doing that?
We lure them to the.
Does anyone have haste
the-
or expeditious retreat?
Does
Here's-
anyone
here's the
speak
flaw.
giant?
Here's the flaw that I see in your plan here. That means that we have to anger the giants.
Or we just tell them that whatever they're. Did you say they were looking for something?
Yeah, they're like looking all around.
What if we tell them the source, their goal, their quarry, is within this goblin village?
Do you,
And what if they decide that
giants? What happens
we're
when
fucking
we're
with
wrong?
them?
Yeah.
I still have enhance ability prepared.
Okay.
So
And-
here's the thing. Here's the
I
issue I
failed
have
to
with
see
your
your point.
plan. It's that. See, normally when we try and convince people things, if it goes horribly wrong,
We can
That's a
fight our way out.
we can fight our way out. If this plan goes horribly wrong, we're dead.
Fair point.
Moosh,
No chance in hell.
Moosh
We're
speaks
not
up
dead.
and says, does anyone know how to speak giant?"
Nope.
Nope.
No. Another flaw
Best
in
I
this
can do
plan.
is comprehend language.
All right. Well, let's just keep going then.
There we go.
All right.
We'll put a flag on that plan for later.
Yeah, we'll put a pin in it.
That's the
Come back
word.
10 levels later.
Chances are,
Good
if you
news.
came back this way and wanted to follow the trail to wherever they were going,
It would
you
still
probably
be really
could.
good.
It's not.
Uh-huh.
Probably
Okay.
still be fresh trail, a couple years later.
They don't really care if people know where they're going. They're just trying to do what
There's
they
3
need.
ice giants.
3 ice giants. Don't give a fuck about anything.
Oh wait, I forgot one other small part. Because I missed. I forgot about that. There's two. They have 2 pets with them. And their pets are massive ice wolves. So
Oh well,
Oh,
yeah.
You
So
know.
there was that too.
like werewolves?
you
Yeah.
just little
Like
forgot
winter
to
wolves.
mention the other 2 things that can kill us.
2 point, just for fun. Roll a deception check with advantage, just for shits.
Deception with advantage?
Yeah, do it. Come on, guys.
He doesn't even speak giant.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, let's keep going.
I'm gonna let you guys all see this picture. Just imagine this thing 20 feet tall.
Okay, so I'm his boot. Noted.
Yeah, and that axe is probably a good 15 feet long.
Maybe up
Hey
to a-
Rob, here's a throwback here.
How much
Just
to his
wait
name?
until I get some invisibility, and then I'll tackle a giant.
There you go. There you go.
Oh boy.
Wait, what kind of wolf did you say that they had?
Oops, that's not what I wanted to show. A winter wolf. One of these.
Oh.
Right here.
And they are.
Those things they saw were probably about the same size as the Gorilleons.
Wait, same size?
They're just
What?
down on all fours.
Okay,
So
so,
they're
the
like
same
20
size
feet long.
category, but
Yeah, they're both large creatures. They are huge wolves that are bigger than regular
Yeah,
wolves.
so that wolf, even though it's on all fours, is still probably 10 feet tall.
Yeah, well, it probably stands a good 6 feet tall. It's like a horse, except it's a fucking wolf.
Dire wolf from Game of Thrones type thing.
Except bigger.
And again,
except-
that's the kind of thing that
Well,
they're winter wolves. They live in icy conditions. They don't live in the jungle.
Well, they're winter wolves and frost giants. Let me get them level 3 sorcerer spells so I can just spam fireball at them.
I just forgot. Cat, you're gonna.
This is Pokemon, right?
Uh,
Attack is super effective.
I don't know. I'm just glad we all agreed that interacting with 3 frost giants and 2 winter wolves was probably not a good
I'm fine
idea.
following them. I'm not fine with being like, hey guys, let's lie.
Hey Hey guys, let's try and trick you guys into doing something for us.
Yeah, I'm not feeling
Well,
that
giants
plan.
aren't notably smart.
No. Look,
That's
the
not my
problem,
issue.
the issue isn't if we can successfully deceive them, it's when they find out that they were deceived.
But they'll be super weak, and then we pounce.
You think
What
60
do you mean
goblins
they'll
are
be
gonna do
super weak?
shit to 3
They
ice
will.
giants?
I mean, it's possible.
They're gonna take a dent, that's for sure.
I think 1 ice giant could shit on 60 goblins.
Here's the thing. Okay,
no.
I don't think you're right on that. But
I'm-
here's the problem that I have with your thought here. And that is, you're expecting goblins to be courageous when faced with things that are 10 times their size. If I were the goblins, I would just piece the fuck out.
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, yeah,
Noted.
goblins are decently smaller than we are, so...
But they
Yeah.
also don't know what frost giants are.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but when
Big angry monster
No.
just kicked
No.
in the front
Look,
door to your
look.
camp.
Ed,
I'm just
Look,
fucking
okay.
around. I know they won't. I'm just fucking around. Let's keep going.
So let's move on.
And
Let's,
they did
enough
say
silliness.
the goblins you interrogated did say that a way of moving the camp if they needed to avoid predators. So could be they would just move. All right, so continuing on, it was the evening. You guys travel for a couple more hours, get far enough away from the path that you don't have to worry about them doubling back and maybe running into you guys. And you make camp for the night. I'm gonna see if anything happens in the night. We'll just do this. It's easier. All right, well, good. You guys set up your camp. Eat your rations. Make sure you have your bug spray, drinking your water that Ebb provides. And the night goes without issue. Wake up the next morning, hoping to run into Yell, the place you're going. The next day. So same navigation with Conrad leading the way, Moosh helping him, and some guidance.
yeah,
A nice one.
like I rolled a 1, or like
One
No,
on the
it's the guidance.
guidance. Not
Oh,
on what
okay.
you rolled, but with advantage. Okay, so no encounters. So you get to where you're going. You pretty easily find your way to this large clearing where you can see there is the goblin camp in the middle. Wonder, can I give you a good picture of this? There's not really a good one, and that's okay. But I will tell you what you see. So when you get to this camp, this large clearing that's next to a small little creek, where the goblins are. Okay, Cat, you just need to get down. You're just getting in my way too much. You see in the middle of this clearing, about 30 feet away from the creek, you see a large green, open area where there's no bushes, no trees, nothing growing. It's just entirely open. It doesn't even seem to have grass on it or anything. It's just green. There's a few huts on it, and then you see a few pieces of wood, kind of like spokes of the wheel running all throughout it, except it's like flat on the ground. You see outside this green area a few clearings. There's one very large hut nearby, or like canvas tent that's not on that green area. You see a fair-sized metal cage with something inside of it on the southern side of the camp. And there's not really much else. Oh yeah, you also see I don't think I mentioned them, but a few very, very large ant hills. There's 3 of them at different places outside the green area of the main part of the camp. You see, you guys are probably a good ways off, kind of just hidden in the trees, not wanting to get close while you're getting a good scouting trip on it. You see a few, on the green area. There's like 5 huts spread throughout it. Goblins going in and out, of the hut that's not on the green canvas part. What would you like to do? One other thing you see, you see a one tree that's been completely shaved of all its branches or leaves or anything on it, and it's basically just the trunk. But it's not. It's bent over the top of the green area, and coming down from the end of the tree that's bent over the green area are all sorts of ropes going to different parts of the green canvas. But it's been pulled down and bent and then attached to the canvas on the ground.
So do you want to do the sneaky thingy majiggy and just attack them at night, or do we want to do something else, or what is our plan here?
Are all the goblins that we see running around like adults, or does it look like there's children and old people and stuff like that?
The large majority that you see are adults. There are a few, maybe a little more than a dozen, goblins, younglings,
Gobbo.
gobos.
Gobos.
But there's quite a few adults here.
So we have a clearing, and then we have some anthills, and then like a grassy area with vines attached to a big bent tree. And some huts.
Sounds like a makeshift hut.
And some huts on the grassy area, green area.
Yeah, I'm assuming that the smaller ones on the grassy area are like individual huts, and probably the queen is in the big one.
Yeah, I think I can probably show you the map now. Make sure this is on what I want you to see. Yeah, I can do that. I won't have all the goblins on there, but I can give you the good layout of the map. What was it doing? Just gotta make sure I hide what I want to hide. Alright, that should be good. And then hide this. Perfect. Let me make sure, test it. Oh, there's dynamic lighting here too. Great. That'll be a little annoying. Let's turn that off. I don't need that. But I can put you on the map. Hopefully you don't see anything that will ruin anything, but it should be okay. This is the camp that you see in front of you. You guys are a good ways south of this.
A good ways south?
Yeah. Okay. There's still a black square on the top right, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. So, that's what you see. You see this grassy area with the wooden beams going through it, an extra hut off to the northwest. These brown parts, that's the anthills right here. And then there's a campfire, and then this part down here is the large metal cage.
So,
Can we see
Stun-
what is in the cage from where we are?
Some person.
A person.
Is there any way? I think. Well, like I don't know. Does there seem to be like anybody on watch or anything?
There are a few sentries kind of spread around the camp, but they're just kind of strolling around, not paying too much attention.
Okay. I don't know. I'm thinking we infiltrate the main queen's hut during.
Well, the person in the hut kind of throws a wrench into it. Because I was gonna say we could just have somebody walk in there and talk to them and try and convince them that the shield guardian has been cursed or something, so if they know anything about the amulet that controls it, we're looking for it and try and convince them to just give it up.
Sorry, I sort of my sound.
Does anyone speak Goblin?
I do.
Can you hear us now, Eb?
Yes, I can now.
Alright.
Can you all give me a perception check?
Hmm.
Hey Rob, can I give you a perception check?
Can I give you?
You got a 5.
Alright, I don't see shit.
Damn it! Fuck you, Moosh. Okay. At least I've got a good one. I don't have to be Moosh telling you guys what you see.
I mean, I got a 21.
That's why I'm glad. Alright, so you see, looking at this camp, it's very odd. You've never seen a goblin camp like this. This is not how goblins typically set up camps. They just have huts spread around, and they're very poorly built. This whatever this green canvas area with the wooden beams going through it is very strange. And you look at each end of the wooden beams, and there are ropes attached to it, and going up to that tree that's bent over the top. And it's like the tree's been bent down, almost like to create a spring to possibly launch something.
Oh. Oh boy.
But then it's attached to each one of the wooden beams on the camp.
So you launch the camp?
You look over here and you see a.
Sounds to me like a giant fucking snare trap.
No, that's what they meant by moving. The camp moved. The last I saw it, that means they moved the camp.
It's an ejection seat.
They slingshot the camp?
Apparently.
Yeah, so you see over here, there's a at the base of the tree, there's a whole bunch of ropes and tight vines lashed and kind of like holding the tree down, and you get the sense that's where they launch it from if the need arises. And the way the tree is bent, it would probably go a couple miles.
Boy.
It could,
Jesus.
it could get some distance on this with this thing, depending on how much weight was on there. Who knows what would happen to what's inside it, but yeah, you get the sense this is a camp that's set up to move very quickly if the need arises.
So we're gonna need to cut
Yeah, I don't think
wire.
Okay, wait. Let's
would
talk.
do any
Let's
good.
talk about this.
Conrad,
Are
what'd
we
you
gonna?
say?
So I don't think having the Giants come here would have done any good.
Yeah, they probably would have just bailed.
Get the Giants on there and
Um,
launch the Giants.
But are we willing to kill goblin children?
Yes. We'll send them
Yes.
to outer space.
I'd rather
They're-
not like run around murdering, women and children.
The
But-
younglings.
To be fair, these are beings that kill humanoids on a daily basis.
So not just the men, but the women and the children too, is what you're telling me.
I want to ask Mush if he knows anything about the anthills.
Let's see. Does Moosh know anything about the anthills? What do you roll? 14? He says he doesn't know all that much, but sometimes they like to create anthill or help. Fuck, I don't know enough about ants to use these terms. They're
farming?
They're skilled at ant husbandry. Whatever the fuck that means.
What do the ants give them?
He said he doesn't know, but he's seen this a few times in these goblin camps, these large ant hills. Doesn't know why.
So, judging the size of the anthills versus the size of your average goblin, I'm gonna guess they ride them like horses.
If you guys get a look, you see ants going in and out, and they're not like giant ants that you could ride. They're bigger than ants you see in everyday life around here, but not
Maybe the size of a chicken?
Not Indiana. No. Like maybe the size of a cockroach at most.
Okay.
Well, I think something we're gonna have to do no matter what we do is cut the rope so that they don't slingshot themselves.
Oh wait, we're
we
trying to
slingshot
prevent
them.
them? Yeah, exactly. Are we trying to prevent them from slingshotting, or are we trying to slingshot them?
But if they slingshot themselves, we're gonna have to track because the amulet might be in one of those huts that's on the slingshot. So we're gonna have to deal
They
with that
will all
bullshit.
die.
Yeah, but like we're gonna have to figure out where the hell the trajectory of the slingshot went.
You
and
just
track that
follow the
shit.
giant fucking ball flying through the air.
Can we wait? Why did they think slingshotting themselves would be a good idea?
I'm all for
I,
slingshot.
I'm guessing goblins don't understand physics.
And as you guys look, there's a little bit of the middle part of where the green canvas is a little lower. So it's possible that it created a little crater when it landed. So they've done this before. Like this isn't the first camp they set up. They've moved it around plenty of times. This is just where it landed the most recent time. But you can see it definitely causes some damage when it lands, and probably anybody inside it would get hurt.
Okay,
I
so
wonder if they slingshot the camp and without them in it.
that's probably the case.
So what do we want to do? Do we want to set off the slingshot at night?
While they're there?
Yeah, while they're
there?
in it asleep.
Can we assume that the big one is where the queen is? Or
I mean, I'm sure that's a thing that we can assume. Don't know if it's correct, but we can certainly assume it.
but even then, if it's not, then we follow the camp. Because if anyone has treasure, it'll be queen.
Yeah.
We may want to do
So
it early in the morning instead of at night, so we can
Yes.
kind of see where it goes.
So we yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Sunrise. Set it
Same.
off.
Say maybe during the night, do we want to try and sneak in and get the dude that's in the cage?
Wait, sorry, I missed that part because my audio was out. There's a person in the cage?
Yes, there's a person in the cage.
We slingshot the thing. I don't think it'll be that hard to get to the cage after the camp's cleared out.
Yeah, I don't know. I think slingshot comes first, and then we go to the queen's hut because slingshot's gonna kill everybody in the slingshot. So there's no need to not do that first.
Yeah, let's just maybe they'll all gather up for a feast or something, food or sleep, and then we just slingshot them away and we take care of who's left.
Sounds good. Why don't we do that sunrise or something when they're all asleep still?
I don't know, what's a goblin's sleep schedule? And also the other two might be coming back anytime now, so we should delay two.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let
Okay.
you guys see the little example of how it launches here. That's what they added to the map.
That's amazing.
What the hell?
The little, I love the little question mark above the dinosaur.
Can somebody clue me in on this?
Oh yeah. If someone wants to screen that and let him see.
Yeah, I got
You
it.
can do the whole map. Let him see the whole map. That'd be awesome. 'Cause this is quite good.
That's great.
Camp's away.
So are we doing sunset?
I think sunset's too late. I don't know. I think.
And
Here's the thing: we don't know when the other two goblins are gonna be back. Is the only issue.
Okay. So how many goblins do we think are on the canvas?
they go in and out. Like there's a few walking around, some going into the woods, coming back out, a few tending to the anthills. There's at any given time there's probably about half of the goblins on the canvas.
Why
Just during
would
the day.
Is there a clear mess or dining area in the camp?
Looking at this tent over here, most of the time when people come out of that, they have food. If this
No,
is
so-
it's not gonna paint.
Big tent?
Yeah, this one over here.
Okay.
I'm gonna assume that this one
So-
over here means the big tent.
Yes, the bigger
Yeah.
one.
It is.
Sorry.
So yeah, we're not gonna be able to get them while they're eating.
Why is the big tent not on the canvas? That makes me think that's not where the queen is.
Yeah, me too. But even if we launch them, those inside will die. We take care of who's left, and we go find the village.
I mean, I highly doubt that those inside are gonna die if they've done this before and they're still alive.
But if you look
it's
at the little
not-
drawing, there's no one inside. There's a guy outside.
It's not that they launch themselves in there. It's just to launch the camp. They leave themselves
Maybe.
Is
In
what
the
I'm
second one, there's
assuming.
even a picture of a dude falling out of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I very much doubt they have a way. Okay, even if they have a way to be in there, and not die from like the springing, I doubt that they'll be able to do that if we launch them while they're asleep. Like, they must have like if they do launch themselves along with the camp, they must have some way that they prepare themselves for that or something instead of just being asleep. You know, if we launch them during the night, I'm pretty sure they're gonna die.
Well, they might. Okay. Well, let's do that. And if we see that the other two return, we go. As
Yeah.
soon as we see those two get back, we go.
Okay. So we're just gonna watch for the two returning goblins, and if they don't return, wait till nightfall, basically.
All right. And so Abby, you can see the little mechanism over here as you look through how it is in the illustration. That if you cut that, that's what launches it.
Is it there?
It's like right here.
Right here.
Oh, I
There,
realize that's now that's on the GM layer. That's interesting. Nice of them to put it there. I'll let you see it.
Huh.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh, okay. So that's the bigger right.
And we're somewhere south of this.
Well, we have pass without trace and enhance abilities. So if someone wants to go up there, they very much can. Also, how are we breaking this rope?
Well, from the cage, I can hit it with fireball or firebolt.
Do we think that's gonna burn quick enough? Because if they see it, if there's like guards or anything, or see the
Yeah.
fire. So do we have something that cuts a rope at a distance, or something that can? Well, I mean, we can just send someone with a melee weapon and fucking, enhance ability / all the things.
All
And-
the things.
Yeah. Or I could send in
without-
my spiritual weapon.
Spiritual weapon to try at the rope.
Hey, it can't hit a
Oh, yeah.
non-moving goblin. Do you think I'll be able to cut a rope?
But I mean,
yeah,
like-
you missed the freaking unconscious goblin.
But I mean, it's not like it makes any noise. It's just gonna fucking glide there and slice it.
It's just a floating trident. Who would notice that?
I can summon it 60 feet away
Mm.
and then move it and slice.
This is the dumbest thing. We're gonna slingshot a goblin camp using a floating spiritual trident.
I can change it for like this one use, for a slicing weapon. This
Oh
particular.
my god, this is great. I think that's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that.
Whew. All right. So the plan: you guys are gonna hang out here. If you see those two, whoa. If you see what was it, Cade and Bradley? If you see Cade and Bradley coming back, returning to the camp, you're gonna go ahead with your plan to slice the rope.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you don't, then you'll do it in the night.
I think it was sunrise, right?
Sunrise.
Right? Did I miss that bit?
Yeah, sunrise will be.
Yeah, so
Sunrise?
that way we
Yeah,
can
okay.
see which
Yeah,
way
yeah,
it
yeah.
goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I guess you'll kind of set up a camp somewhere nearby and leave some people near the camp to watch, or are you guys just gonna be like sitting up in the trees around here?
I see no need to spread out and have a higher chance of us being found.
Yeah, we
just,
just recently took a long rest, so.
Just use Summerwise. Post him in one of the trees near the camp. Can Summerwise go invisible?
I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe you can. Nope. He cannot.
Alternatively, we could get them all drunk.
It's always the answer.
Yes, we have the technology.
I mean, yeah, we do have the alcohol and enhanced ability, and I've got a +7 deception.
Do you speak Goblin?
Yes, I do.
All right.
I still like the slingshot plan.
Why not both?
All right. Can
I
everybody?
distract them and just make sure not to stay on the spring trap.
All right, let's stick with our plan.
All right.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
put a pin in that.
At this point, I need everybody to give me another perception check.
God damn.
Do we see it?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Natural 20.
But -1.
And Moosh, come on, pull through.
Oh, yeah, I guess I should do that in Conrad. Moosh with his 19.
All right.
Conrad with his 10.
Oh,
Well,
baby.
the only one to see what there is to see, this extra little piece of information, is Tetsuin. As the stealth check was 21 for the few goblins that are stationed, not in plain sight, but in the woods around the camp. Tetsuin, you're kind of just looking around, getting a feel for the situation. You see all the goblins just wearing their typical goblin stuff, and then you see a little bit of movement in the trees, and you look. You don't see anything. You see trees, vines, leaves, and then it moves again, and you see, as you focus more, you get a better look. You see there's a few goblins in the trees, like outside on the edge of the camp. Sentries posted, keep watch, but they are covered in in vines and leaves to help them camouflage themselves up against whatever trees they're in. But then, whenever they move, it's pretty easy to see them because it's moving vines and it's not the wind.
Approximately how many goblin ghillie suits?
That's
You can
ghillie
see
suit.
two nearby. Within. You can see two. Each one is probably about 30 feet away from you. They haven't gone forward towards you guys. They haven't done anything. They just seem to be laying there watching.
I will quietly share this information with the party.
Leave the barrel here. Back away another 100 meters. Teat. Let him get him. Or we kill these two. They're only goblins, but I mean,
They
As
might
soon as-
have some sort of a signal or something on them.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the issue.
So we'd have to kill them like quick
Instantly.
things.
How far away did you say, bro?
They're each about 30 feet away.
Okay.
And quietly.
And how far away from the camp are we?
A good 80 to 100 feet.
If it's 90, I can slingshot them right this second. Go ahead. Or do we have any prep spells we want to do?
I think
We
you go
We
ahead
could.
and slingshot. I think honestly.
could drop the barrel. Say have Bradley and Cade, I think was the other one's name, returned yet?
You haven't seen them.
No, I'm saying we could
Oh.
drop the barrel, say that to the guards, and say we wish to speak with their leader, and then back away.
Okay. Did you add another
I don't
4 liters,
know.
by the way?
Like,
What was that?
Did you add another 4 liters of beer?
Gallons.
no.
Gallons, god damn
If I add any more,
Gallons and liters are
I
two
become
very
encumbered.
different measurements.
I've capped out at I think it is. What is this? Capped out at like 14, I think. Yeah, I've capped out at 14 gallons because otherwise I become encumbered.
Alright.
But what was I gonna say? I don't know. I feel like
We can
I
just
feel
drop...
like it's too. I don't know. I feel like that if we try and screw with them, they'll just leave.
But okay, so what if we just drop the barrel, we say we want to speak to your leaders, and as soon as we get close to the rope, we just fucking cut it. Or I spit your weapon at, whatever. And then we have half the goblins left. And we just take him out.
All right, whatever. Sure. I'm down for that.
Is that a good plan?
I'm confused at why we need to cut the rope.
Because it'll take out half of them.
It'll take out
Why do
a
we
good
need to kill them all?
Because there's 60 of them.
because there's 60 goblins and they have something we need and they're
We don't know that
Potentially.
We
they have it.
think.
We think they have it. We don't even know that for sure.
They're bad creatures.
they're goblins.
They just tried to kill us. Moments, like a day ago. 2
They
days.
have a prisoner, a human prisoner, or not a human prisoner, but a person as prisoner right now.
Okay, so I'll ask Tarun to put down the barrel.
Alright, I put it down.
The goblin speaking person, do you want to just tell them something along those lines?
Yep. Fuck.
I mean, I would have guidance you for that at least. I feel. Right, Rob?
Sure. And you're waiting for the two goblins to come back? And what are you telling them? Is that what you're doing?
We're just
No.
going to mention their name and that we ran into them earlier.
Okay.
And then we wish to speak to the leader of these goblins.
Okay, and you're going up to one of the ghillie suits?
Or just calling out to them.
Okay.
Just calling out to them, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
After you say that, there's just silence. Like it doesn't respond and just lays there.
We have beer
Like my
tribute.
wife. Just kidding.
Wow.
Alright, what were you saying, Eb?
We have beer tribute. As tribute.
You see it start to kind of shuffle backwards, start moving away from you, and start moving in the direction of the camp.
I
Alright.
say we
We need
back
to cut the
away
Do we know where he's
from
heading?
the barrel.
He's heading to the camp.
He's saying to
Yep.
the camp.
Yeah, no, but the fucking canvas or the big tent?
Towards the canvas.
If I walk forward, I can slice this thing right up right now. Do we want to do that, or do we want to risk the
Why not?
chance that they come out of this thing?
I think we just cut the roof.
So let's do this.
Yeah, let's just do it.
Somebody
Let's
stealth
do
it.
it. No, let's just
Alright.
walk up and do it.
Uh,
The guy's already going.
I'm gonna bless myself.
'Kay.
Cause I'm gonna need it. And a few other people too. So who wants a bless? Whatever, you take it. I got 2 more of those. Who wants bless? And then I'm gonna walk until
I
I'm
have to
60
step away,
feet.
guys. I'll be back.
I'm gonna try to walk until I'm 60 feet away from the rope.
Okay.
I was only 80, right? So I would just move 30. And then-
Yeah, but here's let me think about this.
You said
This-
80 to 100.
Yeah. This is this is probably gonna be a longer combat, and I don't really want to stop in the middle of it. So I say we'll pick this up right here next week with you walking forward to cut the rope, and then we'll see what happens after that, and that will also give me time to set up whatever the goblins will be, wherever they would be, and prepare for the reactions. Does that sound okay?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. That makes
Also-
sense.
Also,
Can we
what's
go
this
there?
river?
Goblin.
It's just like a small little creek. It's nowhere near the size of the other rivers that you've been traveling along, but it's a small creek that you've seen many other creeks like it traveling. This is just one that they seem to camp next to, and they have a few boats there.
Precision landing skills.
Yeah, I mean, if they land in water, they're kind of fucked.
Yeah. All right, so that's gonna be it for session. We'll end it here. Pick it up next week, and see what happens with the trebuchet. And see how many goblins get killed or don't get killed or whatever. So.
Or whatever.
Yeah, who knows what's gonna end up happening? I don't fucking know. But yeah, we'll pick this up next week. Thanks, guys. Hope you had fun.
Later.
All right. See you guys.